everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream, where it's going to be a fun time once we get past the news. Because I really want to talk. We came up with this idea, or I came up with this idea because somebody on Twitter came up with the idea, and then Ryan shared it in our Discord, and I was like, we need to do a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Dream roster, and that's what I want to do the most. But we got news, and we're going to cover the news, and then we're going to jump onto that.
A serious one, because we did one before, we were just brainstorming, but this one we're going to be realistic.
We have pictures, we have plans. I developed a new idea for it. This is going to be really fun. So, but the plan today is we're going to talk about the toy news and talk about some Blu-ray news, because we still cover that stuff. There just wasn't a whole lot because it's like Comic-Con
next week.
Yep. So I was like, all right, we're going to do the news, and then we're going to do this Marvel vs. Capcom thing. It'll be a good time. So, on that, let's introduce the panel of co-hosts here. Ryan in the blinky corner over here.
Foot dive.
and then Kaus is all cool with his PNG that we all need to upgrade and get on his level.
Yeah, do that. I came back from the darkness for this.
Yeah, he finally got his power back.
Kaus is the one that shines in the darkness. Whoa.
And then we have Wheels, who's here early, even though he thought he was late.
Yes.
You know, so if you seek a Capcom, if only we have those special Street Fighter 6, like, here comes a new challenger images for all of us when he introduced us.
We might need to do something with that in the future. Just gonna put that out. Put that as a brainstorm thing.
What's your guys' favorite fighting game announcer? Because I think for me, it's still Street Fighter 4's announcers.
Deca Driver and King of Fighters.
Maximum Impact, yeah! The one I was playing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because Jerry was like, yo, Wheels, you need to see this hot character that's only in like 2 games in KOF and never again. And as soon as it starts playing, I'm like, Jerry, you didn't tell me the Deca Driver's in this. And Jerry's like, this is the Deca Driver.
It reminds me how in Sonic Colors for the Japanese dub, the
Kamen Rider W.
Doubles, the Kamen Rider double, belt voice.
My favorite announcer is the Darkstalkers one, because it sounds like a demon from hell that's about to get you. Because it's just like, round 1. Ready? Super gravelly, super deep.
I'm still waiting for
I think Clay Fighter also had like a weird voice. They would have like...
Yeah, it's like, round 1, fight! Or something like that. I'm still waiting for some of the
I love BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle with its can't escape from crossing fate.
Crossing fate.
The Alpha 3 one's pretty good too, you know.
Go for bro.
I like how we ruined someone's vlog by shouting that in the background every 5 seconds.
We were menaces at Power Morphagon. Omender said, which game has the Deca Driver in it? It was King of Fighters Maximum Impact.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for some of the mods.
Terry Bogard! Mashiranui!
I'm still waiting for someone to mod the Gigerlinger to have the Tekken 8 announcing voices.
Honestly, I don't know why Bandai didn't just make their own and just release
Blue Mary.
Yeah, which I was speaking. Fun fact: that actress is also the announcer for a bunch of Kinnikuman Man games, and it was an episode of Ultraman Muscle also apparently.
Oh boy, I was talking about Kinnikuman a lot yesterday.
Oh yeah, because Perfect Origin's out now.
I'm fitting that. Screw that guy. Screw that guy and his creators.
Hellfire. I think I took physical damage. You saying BlazBlue instead of BlazBlue?
Yep. Because I read things phonetically. That is my fault. That is the fallout of my trap of my dialect. Is I read things phonetically.
When I first played the first one, that's how I pronounced it too. Until I actually heard him say it in the game, I was like, oh.
I don't play enough of it to hear it as much as I read it, so my brain just goes BlazBlue.
Oh yeah, exactly.
There's no E, so it's going to be Blaz.
Yeah, there's no E.
Until I heard him.
So do you also pronounce pterodactyls pterodactyl also then?
As a kid, I did, yeah. Until I watched Power Rangers, and then I was like, oh, pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's that one anime. There's that one anime where they're like, it's blam, and I'm like, no, it's blame.
Yeah. It's kind of like why I keep saying, Reno Ichikawa instead of Reno Ichikawa, because I keep thinking of, Reno, Nevada.
It's like, for me, that's like, whenever I see Kikuru's, man, I keep seeing Kikoru. Kikoru, but no, yeah, it's Kikoru. Or how Sentai's certain things were pronounced the main Kaede as Kayete for some reason.
Yeah.
which weirded me out. Anyways, welcome to our chat members. Cyber Dragoon 001, Dr. Grid, Infinity Wartorn, JB World, Jeremy Carr, LPH, Master Ben, Miteki, Oakley Greason, Alma Ender, Peacemaker, Spin Dash, Edge for Jason, Sagrogas, Sakaijo Krypton, Hellfire, and Zeltrax.
Welcome everybody. We're gonna go. I think we should jump straight into the news. I'm ready. I'm ready to do the news so we can get onto the Marvel. Because it's just one of those kind of weeks. So, Hellfire says, do you say Gates or Gates? It's okay. So the way I do it,
I said gaze.
gaze.
Like you're
Gaze
gazing
is
at
also
someone.
technically correct because of the German, but I go with Gitsu. So it's like comes out as it's like because like phonetically it's Gatesu, so it comes out as Gates. I kind of go with Gates. It's got like a T with the gaze sound, so it's like Gates. So, yeah. Moving on, new stuff. We could be here for phonetic lessons all day. All right, so last week on the channel, I reviewed the Guyver 4K Blu-ray limited edition set. So that was pretty cool. That was fun, deep diving into that movie. Enjoyed the commentary track on that. Where they were like, the music ruins some of our coolest action scenes, and I'm like, yes, I agree. So that was good. And then the worst Super Sentai DX Mecha line ever, Mashin Sentai Kira Major, sparked some controversy in the comments. People were like, "Oh no, but this is worse," and I'm like, "Did you miss the part where I said, in my opinion?"
Well, no, they never do.
I think the biggest fault of Akira Major is because it came out the same time as Takaro's Earth Grinder line, which was the same price. It had the big the nice posability of a transformer, and they're like around the same price. So I think that made the Akira Major stuff look worse.
It definitely did, and like everything that's come since too just makes it look really bad. But anyways, I made my case. I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed doing that video. It was a lot less work than the previous Sentai showcases because it was more hands-on. So that was fun. Last week's shorts.
LMAO. What
were last week's shorts? Oh yeah, Luffy's adventure in Las Vegas, because I just took Luffy pictures all over Vegas when I was there. And a little video on the Across the Massiveverse Volume 1 trade. Which is a neat little sampler.
I might get that actually, because I've been meaning to get some more into Massiveverse. I think it's a really good book to get.
It's good because it'll get you a start on any of the series, so then you know if you like them, and then you can go, okay, I'll go find more.
I wish more comic companies did that. Just a nice sampling of each hero to give you. Like, okay, you choose which one you want to like. Go, don't check out this. It has a sample of multiple heroes and pick which one you like.
Yeah. All right. Next up, the Mos Eisley Cantina Haslab ended last Monday night, and it was successful. It did meet its goal. It did get up to 14,000 backers, so that means that the Cantina is coming with Greedo and Forearm Dude, but Wolf Guy didn't make it. So R.I.P. Wolf Guy.
No, Wolf Guy. He goes in the heavens alongside Cookie Monster and Robbie Reyes.
Personally speaking, if I was structuring this Haslab, I would have made Greedo tier 3, so that way it would have been easier to get the 2 new guys, and then we missed on Greedo. Oh well. Kind of like how the final Hiss Tank tier was a Cobra Commander.
I like to think with Haslab Purgatory Heaven that David Hellstrom just broke free. Like he took his spear and just pick at the wall to escape. Well, meanwhile, Malin Pryor just got reincarnated into the 97.
That's what it feels like. And somehow Robbie's going to be driving out of that place one way or another. I just know it. I just have a feeling. I'm getting a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider Marvel Legend this year. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that or the car.
I don't need the car. The car is the least of my concern at this point.
You just get the Ramen's Toys car. You really need one.
I didn't buy the Ramen's Toys car because I was like, well,
you need the Ghost Rider.
Yep. All right. Next up, in the world of entertainment news, Hasbro stuck to their word for once and released a soundtrack when it was said to be. The entire Power Rangers Dino Fury soundtrack has been released. It's on all the streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. There are places you can purchase MP3s from as well. It's 35 tracks, covers all of Dino Fury. And it includes a 1-minute version of the Dino Fury theme song, which is kind of amazing because it sounds way better.
It just it is just Dino Fury, no Cause for Fury in this.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, having listened to the whole soundtrack, this soundtrack is legitimately really good, and makes me wish the show had the same quality because it's so good. And I'm like, this is great.
Wait, a Power Rangers show having quality? We haven't had that since, like, maybe RPM, which didn't have any quality.
Oh, so you don't like it. You don't like RPM. So you don't like anything. But, like, I think it helps that, Bert Sellin was the one to announce. Like, when the composer announces it, at least gives more, it's probably going to come out.
The weird part is the Beast Wars soundtrack was announced in a press release, which was even more official, and then it's like that the Beast Wars soundtrack was supposed to be out June 28th, and we're sitting here like waiting. As Spindash says, if you buy it on iTunes, it gives more money to the artist. Yeah, compared to other platforms, it gives more money directly to the artist. So with this and the Once and Always soundtrack having been released, only the not Beast Machines, that's the other BM. Beast Morphers and Cosmic Fury soundtracks are missing from the Hasbro-owned era of Power Rangers music, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Good stuff.
And, like, I mean, here's the thing, they could actually probably do, because I think most of the other soundtracks are lost, probably.
Yeah, probably. I forgot to put a title card up for this, because it's one thing. The annual, like, let's do some random holiday repaints of Black Series figures, which is a great way to, like, create exclusives that aren't important, but, like, still reuse molds. This year, there's a Halloween 2-pack of the Grand Inquisitor painted up like Dracula, which is genius, honestly. That, like, whoever thought of this one gets a lot of credit. And then they took the live-action version of Cad Bane and painted him up to look like Frankenstein. Not as genius, but still pretty good. As Ryan said before the show, just when I was, like, losing it on Black Series, like, I'll never buy Black Series again, they're like, oh no, we're going to lure you back in. So, they got me back in.
It's the fish on the fishing line.
Yep. The fun part, too, is Hasbro did not announce this. This just randomly went up on Amazon one night. It sold out because it was already in stock. It wasn't even a pre-order. And then now they put up a second batch of them.
At least they put up a batch of these. Unlike Premium Bandai USA with Tycoon, Bujin Sword.
I will give credit to Hasbro. They at least do 2 runs of most stuff. Unlike Premium Bandai.
Unless you're certain.
No, unless you live in Japan where you get like 4 runs.
Or unless you're Minosaur.
Bro, don't even get me started on that bullshit. I start getting my figure sent to me.
We're not here to complain about Hasbro. We're here to talk about Ninja Turtles. Actually, we're here to do Marvel vs. Capcom. We're just also talking about Ninja Turtles. If you have missed the Jim Lawson Ninja Turtles from Mirage, these are the 4 turtles based on the later Mirage artwork Return to New York Onward era. The 4-pack was apparently exclusive to Target, which they never clarified. They never said it was exclusive to Target. They just never released it outside of Target.
It was so weird because I know NECA stuff was only NECA Turtle stuff was like I think cartoon was Walmart, movie was
cartoon is Target,
Walmart.
Movie is Walmart, and then comic stuff was like specialty shops, and then also at Target and Walmart. This 4-pack though was never listed as a Target exclusive. It just was. But now we see that there's single releases, and they each come with some extra accessories, but all the accessories are reuses from other figures. So, like, Donnie comes with a Mouser that came with Baxter Stockman, and an Utrom that came with the Utrom. Raph comes with Casey Jones's mask for some reason, and then a blaster from the Triceraton. And then Mikey comes with some stuff from the Foot Ninja. This is weird. I don't know why he comes with the handcuffs for the Fugitoid. You can't use those. and then also a Mouser, and then Leo comes with a bow and arrow from a Foot Ninja, as well as the crushed Utrom head. Cosmic Rejects, I do agree. Mirage Donnie should have the gun. He would pick up weapons more. It's kind of like some just random stuff thrown in as well.
Well, I think it's nice because for people who for people who haven't picked up any of the Mirage stuff, these are nice. Mm-hmm. But if you have been picking up all the Mirage stuff, you don't need to get these at all because there's not like there's exclusive accessories or anything. No, it's just like extras.
It's just like extras to justify the price point. I think that's fine because these figures are great. I did a video on them, and I'm glad I got the 4-pack because
Did he get Mike? Did he get Mikey and Raph right? 'Cause I know that was a bit oops on the packaging for
yes, they
the
did.
4-pack.
That is
Okay.
Raph's head, and that is Mikey's head because Raph's head's a little bit more scarred. So, Muteki, if you don't know your Ninja Turtles history, everybody had red bandanas originally, and the multicolored bandanas was the thing that Playmates came up with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, you can pick up this Mikey's Pizza themed turtle van from Super 7 in case you want to carry home a giant ass vehicle from Comic-Con.
A giant box, pretty much.
Yes.
How big is that?
It holds 7-inch scale figures.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. So it's a minor like repaint retool of the one they did.
They should have like some straps on the back so you could like carry around as a backpack.
Yeah.
Put a sandwich in there instead of figures.
Mm. So you want to carry around the show floor though, because this will be at the Super 7 pop-up store, which they do every year. They have a pop-up store outside of the convention that they do. And you can buy it there starting July 26th. And then if you are wanting it and not going to the convention, you can pick it up Monday, July 29th on super7.com. So at least there's options for this big honkin' thing. I think the original release was like $400, so it's probably in that range. Benjamin Wiseman said that Pizza Truck is awesome. I doubt many people have the space or money for it, and I can't buy it personally, but objectively, it's awesome. My thoughts exactly.
I'm just expecting them to announce some crazy thing for like PMC because they've been doing that lately with conventions on the West Coast. They'll be like, "Hey, you fit our theme. Here you go."
Oh yeah, because Power Rangers did survive the purge. I like to call it because I know
it did. Yeah, because Bulk and Skull are getting made.
Yeah.
There's also a Pizza Time Mikey, which is much more reasonably priced, I imagine, and also a lot easier to get. But he goes well with the pizza. He comes in a pizza box, so he goes well with the
Pizza Time.
Yeah. Scotty says, just leave your used clothing at the hotel and pack toys. You can buy clothes when you get back. A lot of people do that. Because that's
bring please bring the deodorant if you do that.
Exactly. But if you're heading home, who cares what you bring back, right? Bring more to the convention. Bring less coming back because you need toy space.
I do like the logo. It's like the Mike's Pizza, like frozen pizza logo or something like that. You see in Walmart.
There's also Glow in the Dark Scumbug available at the same pop-up store as well as super7.com later. So that's pretty neat. I mean, it makes sense. Glow in the Dark stuff is cool. Why not make more glow in the dark stuff? So that's TMNT. Next up, we got G.I. Joe. Let me prep these links here. This is why I mean, like, by this week's news being kind of light, because it's just sort of rapid fire, like, this is a thing happening later, or this is a quick reveal. Let's get this pulled up. So, Hasbro has sort of tipped their hand as to what the Haslab is. The Haslab for G.I. Joe will be revealed and go up during Comic-Con, specifically July 25th, and with this Cobra Commander poster that has the Cobra Rattler logo on it, it matches the other teases to make me say it is going to be the Cobra Rattler.
I think it's going to be huge because the Cobra Rattler was a really big vehicle.
Yeah.
So this thing's going to be ginormous for 6-inch scale figures.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see how to do that. Spindash says, honestly, less news lately equals less to stress about. I 100% agree. It has been nice. We're going to get the weekend after Comic-Con is going to be insane, though.
After the rant from last week, Bandai.
Exactly. Thursday, July 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern, however, there will be a Hasbro Pulse fan stream for G.I. Joe. No word on what it's going to be. This is going to be several hours prior to the Comic-Con panel. I imagine they're going to reveal the Haslab here, and then at the panel they'll have some exclusive reveals. So, that's it for G.I. Joe.
I imagine what it might be is it's the campaign revealed for this, but you can get like an in-person look at the prototypes and such in Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
Could see that.
I agree.
Like
That's it. Sounds like the most likely. I think they've done that before in the past too.
They did it with Star Saber and Death Stars. I want to say.
You guys ready for Transformers Leak Watch 2024? Our constantly returning segment.
It was on hiatus for a bit, but now it's back.
Oh yeah, it's back in full force because there's no actual Transformers news this week. There's only Leak Watch news. Like we're living in crazy times. All right, here we go. Boop ba doop. So, Transformers Leak Watch 2024, Road Pig, the Walmart exclusive that was available for pre-order on Walmart.com without images because Hasbro sucks at revealing things in time, is basically...
So Hasbro.
Yeah, because Hasbro. It's the laser cycle from G2. It's based off of the mold. I believe this is one of the Junkions that had the sidecar, right?
Yep.
Yeah, except he's got some new parts, so he's actually like new. He's not just a Junkion in new colors.
Is he part of the Star Seekers, or is he just a okay?
Because you can see on this package here, he is listed as Star Raider Road Pig. So expect Hasbro to reveal this probably after he comes out in stores.
Probably best buddy. He's probably best buddy with Skullzoid.
Yeah. Next up, Don Figueroa, artist on Transformers IDW comics, including 1.0, who designed the bludgeon that had leaked last week. Was it last week or the week before? Anyways,
last week.
This bludgeon leaked last week. We got like the pre-Pretender bludgeon look. This one here, this is how the Hasbro figure's designed on the left, which is where like the spaghetti, right? Like he's eating spaghetti.
Yeah, it looks like
and it's just like
pukey spaghetti.
Yep. And then on the second one here, this is what Don Figueroa, who originally came up with this design, proposed as how it should have been done, which is have the wires on the neck so that it looked like his mouth was destroyed and he had wires on his neck, as opposed to just like he's got spaghetti hanging out of his mouth.
I'm just assuming it just wasn't feasible with production to resculpt that whole...
I think it was a budget thing. And they probably also didn't ask him, considering that most of the Transformers comic artists have to kind of go, oh, hey, they made a toy based on my design. And then go, hey, Hasbro, can you send me toy based on my design?
Yep.
Happened many times. All right, next up.
It's in the same pack. It's in the same pack with Oopsie stickers.
Yep.
Oopsie Sticker TriggerCon.
Studio Series 86, the ongoing Let's Make Everything from the 86 movie and Studio Series, now has the most cartoon-accurate Optimus Prime that we've probably seen to date from Hasbro. It is the Commander-class Optimus. This picture came out from Amazon DE, and Amazon UK said, hold my beer, I'm going to give you the entire gallery. So this is probably... I think this is going to be the pinnacle of G1 Prime at this point. I think this is what it's all building up to.
At least G1 Cartoon Prime.
Yeah.
At least G1 Cartoon Prime, because I know I've already seen people complain about, oh, it's missing some things, even though it is cartoon accurate. Like, it's the whole point of 86, Studio 86 is to be as cartoon accurate as possible.
And he's not accurate to the movie at the same time, which is cool. We'll get into that. So anyways, this is, of course, the famous leaping Prime shot from the 86 movie. Unfortunately, the other thing, too, is that this is probably the big reveal for Comic-Con for Transformers.
No, the biggest unfortunate thing is he's missing the piano.
Yes, the piano he leaked with is not included, which is sad. So he's going to include the trailer, of course. He's going to have Roller, who's for some reason backwards in this photo. And he's going to have a little, like, repair dock thing going on. The trailer does look big enough. It could actually hold cars this time, unlike the Earthrise, which is good. You can see that he has painted windows. This is interesting. He has painted windows with clear plastic inserts put on top of them, which I like better than either just painted or just clear plastic windows. I think it's kind of
because it has a nice depth, but at least it's not showing like emptiness behind
it. What's cool here is he does come with some blast effects that are new. It's nice to get new blast effects for once instead of just recycling.
We've been getting the same one for years now.
Yep. And those blast effects fit on Rollers. So the repair drone does fit on Roller, which was a thing from the show, I believe, as well.
It's Commander Class Roller with a free Optimus with it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. Despite being based on the 86 movie, he does come with the Energon Axe from More Than Meets the Eye Part 3, which was the third episode. But it's a nice inclusion because it's more accurate than the way the Earthrise one did, where he had to hold it in his hand. This one just replaces his fist. That's pretty cool. He does have thruster effects for that one shot in the 86 movie where he has thrusters on the bottom and lifts up to like transform midair to shoot Decepticons.
You got to touch.
Hey, character-specific effects. I like it. And then here he is. His ears are posable for some reason, which is neat.
Because they would move when I think Takara would animate frames.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was addition to the malplay, the ears would sometimes move, whereas like it make
Yeah,
a
the
full,
ears would like
dog.
sometimes move when Takara was like animating the scenes, I think.
Fire Fury
And then when
says, so
Sunbone,
Optimus
everyone
being
else did it
commander
when-
is fine, but Rodimus being commander gets everyone upset. The difference is I feel like Optimus actually has stuff to justify his price, whereas Rodimus didn't. Because Prime here at least has a trailer that does something. Rodimus' trailer still absolutely does nothing. It's a battle
It just becomes a
platform.
cannon.
It's a cannon,
I
that's
mean-
it. And that's completely useless for most people's displays.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You got you get a big empty gray box for a parrot drone, or a big bed red box for a giant cannon. So you pick your poison.
I think the other thing too is that the Rodimus isn't show accurate, so they could have redesigned. They were already redesigning Rodimus Prime to begin with. Why not just redesign him a little smaller? You know. Whereas this is like we're going hard. Like it's just like with Ultra Magnus. We got to get the car carrier to work, so that's why he has to be commander class. This is like we have to get him animation accurate. That's why he's commander class. Whereas with Rodimus, I'm like, I still like if you're gonna redesign it, which I don't mind. I like redesigns. If you're gonna redesign it, why not redesign it more manageably? But character.
You know what
packs.
that artwork, you know what that Rodimus though does remind me of? It reminds me of how Takara interpreted him in a lot of promotional art.
Well, yeah, much older, like old man look.
Yeah.
So Muteki says, "Where's the Matrix?" Yeah, this may not be the full image spread here because
no, he's coming with the Matrix.
He's
It
definitely
would be
coming with
really
the
weird.
Matrix. If the
I mean,
Deluxe
every
Prime has a Matrix.
every single Optimus is a Matrix nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen everything. Obviously, we haven't seen the Matrix. I'm curious about engineering. I'm curious about articulation. Personally speaking, at the moment, without having seen the full reveal, mind you, at the moment, this doesn't do anything for me because I think it looks amazing. I think it looks like an amazing, like Optimus. You know, overall, I think this looks like amazing Optimus. But it doesn't do anything that my Earthrise doesn't already.
Yeah,
do
no,
for me.
it looks great, but I'm really happy with my Earthrise. I really like the Earthrise Optimus mold. So like, this one
because for me, his trailer's just going to go off to the side, just like Rodimus's does.
Yeah, it's into storage land.
Yeah,
I really think they should have held off then on Earthrise. Really.
Well, they need an Optimus because here's the thing. It's one of those they need an Optimus, a semi G1 Optimus for the new. Because remember, War for Cybertron was a restart for the Generations line, engineering and design philosophy. So they needed a new Earth mode Optimus out there. And technically, I think some people keep forgetting that 86. Well, also Generations, it has a goal of being as cartoon accurate as possible. Where Generations has its own aesthetics. The aesthetics been going since Classic. They'll definitely shifted, of course. So I understand why they're doing a Commander Optimus for those people, the cartoon fans. But it is up to do you want this is pretty much if you really want a Sunbow accurate Optimus is what the goal is for this figure.
Another thing I'm really curious about is his size because we can't get a good picture of size in this. Like how tall is Prime compared to the Earthrise? How tall is Prime compared to our Megatrons we have? Also, are we going to get a Megatron that's not crap?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you mentioned, as you mentioned in your video, we have Springer's legendary legendary hammer.
Yes,
class does not equal size.
Right, and that's the thing is, so he is. What I'm wondering, this is like my personal thing is he the same size as Earthrise Prime, or is he bigger? Right, or is he smaller? Like, what is the size? Because for me, the trailer doesn't factor into me wanting to buy an Optimus because I'm not going to do anything with that trailer besides put it aside. Same thing with Rodimus.
It doesn't become armor. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like a big empty box, whether it's Prime or Rodimus. Put it aside. Don't care about it. So the thing is that we do know this guy has a big backpack because I see people talking about it in the chat from the leaked image from last week.
Yeah,
he's got kind of a wide backpack. The question I have is, what's his size in relation to everything else? Because that's the only thing that would really sway me at this point. Is the size of him, like, because I don't know if what scale he is.
Someone should find the piano in that leak image and try to figure out the size from there.
I mean, yeah, we'll know soon. We'll get a full reveal in like less than 2 weeks.
Next week.
So, like, it's like a week and a half until we see the full reveal. So, I'm curious to see more, but at the moment, I'm not like I need it. I'm like I'm good with the Earthrise. Because the thing with Springer is like I don't really need Springer, but my Siege One's knees are awful, and like my Siege One's knees just don't like function anymore, and I rebought everybody else of the 86 like new character crew.
Megatron, Megatron be the only one where like if they do announce the series, we're gonna buying that.
Yeah, if the Megatron's good, like I've not bought a Megatron since Siege because that was the last. I was like, none of them have really jumped up since then. You know, that's kind of the big thing for me. So let's get into the last bits of news here because it's not last bits of toy news, I should say, before we get into some other stuff. Let me click, boom. All right, Jack Specific. We got I don't think the official reveal, but we got pictures of the 4-inch classic metal Sonic from the Sonic the Hedgehog line.
Sadly, official reviews for Jack's products are always months after they get revealed, in either online or stores. The stores had them already.
Yeah.
Because sadly, Jax is having a panel at Comic-Con also. I'm pretty sure this wave and the Neo Metal wave is going to be announced officially there.
Yeah.
So this is the same wave that's going to have classic Amy also, and a release of Vector and another modern Sonic.
And now they can just put classic Tails out in a single pack already.
Yeah. I mean, that pre-pack's getting clearance all the time, so, like, at this point, I
need to keep an eye out for it when I'm, like, hunting down Lego X-Jets.
Yeah.
Anyways, he looks great. Moving on. Bandai news. The Ultraman card game has officially been revealed. It is launching October 25th globally. It's launching, I think, in, like, 4 regions all at once, which is kind of nuts.
This is going to end bad.
I don't know how this is going to go, because the thing is, Digimon took years to get up to simultaneous release. As a lot of people have been talking about in the Discord, are these cards going to get to, like, main retail? Are card shops even going to pick them up? You know, that's all yet to be seen.
I think, pretty much, I imagine, if the store carries Bandai products, I think it's going to carry this scenario, because, like, Bandai...
You'd think that, but none of the card shops in my town carry Digimon still.
No.
Despite the fact that Digimon is, like, you know...
Does well.
I cannot find Digimon stuff easily.
Not even at Walmart?
No. Walmart doesn't have cards in my area anymore because of too much theft. And Target sometimes gets Digimon cards, and that's, like,
Digimon cards, for me, are very... Digimon cards are always a blink and a miss. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they don't. It really depends on the stores I go to. I mean, with Bandai card games, I'm not sure, from what I've seen, like, your top tier ones that do very well are, like, the Dragon Ball and Digimon ones. And surprisingly, the One Piece one, I heard, does really well. Like, that does really well, apparently. But, like, I hear, like, the Naruto and the My Hero ones are kind of alright. But I don't remember those ones, because I know the One Piece
I'm hoping for good online availability. That's the biggest thing here, because that's been a problem with Digimon. When Digimon launched, it was a complete nightmare.
That came out during the pandemic. That also came out during the pandemic.
So I hope Bandai's, like, learned by this point. But there will be a starter deck that looks to be TDG themed for Tiga Dainagaya, and then Guardians of the Earth is the first booster pack series.
There's also
the only thing I'll buy of this franchise, the TGD.
Yeah.
There's also a Zero Z and G theme starter deck also.
Yep, but they haven't announced that for the English release yet, just the Japanese one.
Oh, okay.
So, we'll see how it goes. Benjamin Wise said, Digimon card game player here. Oh, you play it. I wish I played it, but nobody plays it around here. Very tough to find. Target as individual packs, but often the adventure boxes sell out fast. Yeah, I was trying to keep up with the starter decks, and I had trouble. And there's not good online distribution sales, so hopefully this is better. But... unlike Digimon, again, there's going to be a Ultraman digital card collection app, so that way you can just collect cards in an app instead. It's not a digital game, but you can collect art. You can collect cards digitally. So that's cool, right? Comes out this fall. Anybody got thoughts on this?
It looks nice. I read the rules. It seems interesting, but it's also very basic. Like, very basic from my check of the rules. I'm not sure. It's like, it's one of those, like, I need to see, like, full gameplay to see if it's, like, a really good, like, card game. Because, even though I don't collect Digimon, I still think the Digimon card game is a great card game. Like, the gameplay mechanics of the Digimon card game, I love. And such.
That's why I wish there was a digital version of it, because I think people would play it.
Yeah, I know. There's a Master Duel like Digimon Online. That's dead.
Like,
pretty much.
This is what I'm gonna say. Anything that's usually a Bandai property that has a card game, I kind of know is either gonna do good in the current era or just fail just because of past
It's a miracle the new Digimon card game has lasted this long.
Exactly. It's a miracle that's happened, which then was able to be applied to One Piece. Exactly.
It's carrying the brand at this point.
It's so ridiculous because I kind of feel like this Ultraman game might be as basic as like the Japanese Battle Spirits edition or whatever it was for the Sentai release that they had, that then we got as card art in America that failed during like RPM.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot there was a Power Rangers card game for Megaforce.
Yeah, it was like a sister game to like Battle Spirits, if I recall, because a bunch of those guys
it was
like
using the Ranger
artists.
Spirits art and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I while I like Ultraman, I don't think there's a big enough card player base in the fandom. I think most Ultraman fans are still watchers.
With this card game, the where is the seeds or not all comes down to if the gameplay is good. Because that's the thing I noticed when how a card game succeed is either you have really good art or really good gameplay. That's the big thing. How a card game is either good or bad. Yep. Also, I'm not sure what Zeltrick is talking about NFTs. I never heard anything about NFTs, but the Ultraman card game.
Yeah, there's
he's glad they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because they haven't done that.
They'll include NFTs in Japan where they're still big.
There was Ultraman NFTs in China, but that's already been done with for a long time. So. Anyways, guys, you ready to run through the last bits of news? Because it's light. Let's do it. I want to talk about Marvel.
Yeah.
This next segment is brought to you by Spin-54.
Zaya.
So, the Memorial Edition Kumino Slayer from Osama Sentai King Oger is real. It's weird because we don't get 6 Ranger Memorial Editions that often. We've only gotten Go-Kaiger and Zen-Kaiger to get.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So it exists, and Spin Dash has laid it out. It's 130%.
Santos, don't worry, Marvel's coming. Just wait for it.
Yes, it's coming. It is going to be released in February for 16,500 yen. So for those tracking at home, the Oger Caliber and the first memorialized data card set's first shipment is November. The second shipment is December. The Oger Caliber 0 is January. The Kumino Slayer is February. And then there's also technically the King Gaburi Caliber is a King Oger item. That's also in there, in that thing too. Speaking of memorialized cards, there won't be memorialized cards to add extra sounds to this. Probably, I guess they were able to fit everything in. It will have molded in deluxe details, dialogue narration, and 3 BGM songs. So as you can see, much bigger than the deluxe, and the handle and the blade and everything. They upsized it pretty good. They filled in some of those gaps that existed on the deluxe one, made the spider legs bigger. And it does have sounds for Jeremy and Bug Guy he hung out with. I know that's not, detailed, but this is what we're doing. My biggest problem with this is half a toy, because I don't think they've confirmed if the deluxe keys work in this because of the size changes. The thing is that, Muteki, if the Ranger keys didn't work in the deluxe, they're not going to work in the Memorial. The thing with this toy is that I have the deluxe Kumino Slayer and I have the deluxe Venomix shooter. You need both, because you can't summon Tarantula Knight without the Venomix shooter. So, are they going to make a Memorial Venomix shooter that will come with the other 2 keys? Because the original deluxe Kumino Slayer, came with 2 keys and a key ring to hold them, and the Venomix shooter came with 1 key. So the thing is that there's no way to get the mecha summoning sounds, and I went looking through the P Bandai page, and they don't mention the mecha summoning sounds. So we're missing a function of Spider Kuminos' arsenal, but not being able to summon the mecha. So are they going to make a Memorial Venomix shooter that they could, repaint into the Gabri Mix shooter? Or is this all we're getting, and we're getting half the experience? It doesn't feel complete. And usually when they do 2 separate items, they'll let you buy them separate, sell them at the same time. So I kind of in a wait and see. Maybe we'll find out in a couple weeks, and they're like, in March, here's the Venomix shooter. It's just interesting. But it does leave credence to the theory that we are going to get an Ogre Crown Lance in Memorial Edition, which would be massive, but, I mean, they're doing everything else, so why not, right? Cool. Anybody got thoughts on this?
I don't collect Sentai.
Cool. Moving on. For all of those of you who have wanted to recreate the mutilations performed by Ultra 7 in the original series, there is now a human-sized Ultra 7 Ultra Slugger for Ultra Replica. It has sound effects in it, and happy slicing.
Can't wait for the Ultra Replica Ultra Guillotine next then.
Yep. All right, moving on. SH Figure Art Shin Asuka, no, not the one from Ultraman Dyna, the one from Gundam Seed Freedom, is official. He's a P Bandai exclusive for Japan. He is a retail release in the US, and he is there to break up the Kira and Atherin fight that has inevitably broken out on your shelf after having those two put together. So, that's our
you know what I'm shocked about? They haven't done yet, honestly. Yeah. I'm sorry they haven't done any figures for Code Geass out yet.
I'm surprised too. But then again,
yeah, the last time they did one, it was just Lelouch, and it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like was that during year 1 or 2 of Figures?
Yep, it was early.
Yeah, it was like early.
It was rough. I'm surprised there's not more Code Geass figures of the characters, considering I don't ever remember a single mech from Code Geass. I only remember characters. That's why I don't own any Code Geass merch.
I mean, I would say I do really like the new mechs from Rose. They were like they're like some of my favorite mech designs in a while for non-Sunrise animes.
Oh, speaking of Code Geass, random tangent. I found out that the new Code Geass show is actually movies in Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I don't see much people talking about.
Yeah, it's 4 movies in Japan, released in theaters like once a month, but internationally it's on streaming through Disney Plus / Hulu as a 12-episode show.
I think that's why also I didn't see, because I was thinking like, how come I haven't seen a single spoiler for?
Yeah,
I was wondering how come I haven't seen a single spoiler. That makes sense. If they're in theaters, you can't really, unless you screen grab it, you can't really spoil it.
Exactly.
If that's the case, then
yes, Santos Celine, there's a new Code Geass series. It had absolutely zero marketing.
I only saw one Japanese trailer.
That's most anime on Hulu. That's on Hulu and Disney. I
was gonna say that's most anime this year. Because, like, remember Shaman King Flowers? Netflix.
I mean,
we're not going to even say that we got the show.
You have to be really specific, because, like, you get, like, Kaiju Marenka's a bunch of marketing, and Can You Command Perfect Gorge gets only Japanese marketing, but
meanwhile,
that's still marketing.
You didn't get licensed, and Brayburn didn't get picked up till episode 2 aired.
Dang.
Fine, that's because of good word of mouth, I like to think.
I did the marketing for Sandland.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of streaming and anime, Devilman Crybaby is the latest jailbreak from Netflix jail. Anime is all the anime, which is Anime Limited. In the UK and North America, we'll be releasing Devilman Crybaby. They said details to be determined, including if the dub will be included, because as we may have known from past experiences, Netflix sometimes charges extras for their dubs if you want to put them out on home video.
Which is really stupid.
I think it was the Baki show that Sentai Filmworks picked up that they actually found out
they got the Netflix dub?
It was cheaper to redub it than to buy the Netflix dub.
Yeah, it was that and the gambling anime Kakaguri that they had to redub it. Yeah,
they found out it is cheaper to just redub it than to pay Netflix's fee for the dub.
Which is literally, that's insane.
Yep.
I can't,
But hey, if someone can rescue Cyborg 009 versus Devilman, all the Devilman anime will have Blu-rays in North America. That's it. That's all that's left now, which is crazy. Couch, you got any thoughts on Devilman Crybaby?
Have you seen it?
Split out. Yeah. It's not the show itself. I'm just thinking of me talking to certain people who are like, I've been a Go Nagai fan
for years. Yeah.
And then they treat me like I'm new. I'm like, I've been here. You what?
Yeah.
You don't know Go Nagai. I've been a fan long. You don't even know who he was until 2 days ago.
Cass, you're just talking about normal Tokusatsu fans every day now.
Fandoms. Moving on. Godzilla -1 is coming to Blu-ray later this year. This is kind of the weird thing that was confirmed. Godzilla -1. Real quick, Scotty, if a dub needs to be made, actors should be hired. End of story. All right, Godzilla -1 is getting released separately this year for North America. But if you want to get a jump on it, if you go through the Godzilla store, you can order the Godzilla -1 Japanese Collector's Edition Blu-ray. It will contain English subtitles for the movies. It will not contain English subtitles for the bonus features. But for $65, you can get the same set that Japan got with all the physical bonuses and the 4 discs. So it'll be Godzilla -1 on 4K, Godzilla -1 on Blu-ray, Godzilla -Color on Blu-ray, which will also be hitting Netflix in August, and then a bonus disc with a bunch of bonus material. But there will be, it was Japanese language only, same with the special booklet, and the Special Disaster Response Materials compilation, abridged version, which is also included. So it's a really nice set. If you wanted to get a version that has English menus and English subtitles, you can get it here, which is pretty great. It's a pretty solid, really good release if that's your jam. It ships in September. You can get it through the Godzilla store. I believe there's a way you can sign up for like an email list and you can get like a discount code. So look into your options if you want to get it. They did say this is the first opportunity to own it in the U.S. It is not the only opportunity. There will be a regular Blu-ray later, probably that won't include all the extra stuff. So there's that. Cool. Moving on. In Japan, the Ultraman and Ultraman 80 are getting Blu-ray box set releases with full HD remasters of each series, which is great because those were the two Showa series that did not have Blu-rays before.
They really needed them because, oh man, those masters that were... I'm not even talking about the Milk Creek, just in general, those masters are wolf, essentially, for the Ultraman.
There will be new bonus features included, and the Ultraman will also contain a brand new made compilation movie of the last 4 episodes that somehow has new additional footage that had not been seen before.
Okay, I thought they're really good at making new scenes where only... okay, it's just deleted scenes, okay?
It's deleted scenes they found in the remaster process. Ultraman 80 is also going to include... Spin Dash is giving you guys details for the Godzilla thing in the chat, so thank you, Spin Dash. And Ultraman 80 will also be fully remastered in HD with extra bonus features. Now, the question, of course, becomes, is Mill Creek going to re-release the Ultraman and Ultraman 80? Maybe. Maybe they will. I would hope they would re-release them with these Blu-ray versions at some point. And there is like a slim little possibility of detail.
Also, Logic Blaster, how's it going, Soundout12? Do you think there's a future for Star Trek action figures beyond the high-end $100 plus sell going forward?
At general retail, no. I think Playmates killed that idea. And also I think that Paramount just isn't committing enough these days. I do think something's going to turn up. Kaya Toys is doing the 4-inch figures that are like $25 a piece. I think something in that range is more likely to kind of turn up. Maybe Haya Toys gets to do more than just Kelvin stuff, but we haven't seen any of those figures released yet. So I think that Star Trek toys are in a weird spot right now because Playmates is supposed to be this big resurgence of like affordable Trek figures, and then the entire thing got fumbled out of the gate for multiple reasons. So I don't think it's going to happen at the moment. But I hope it does, because we need an affordable Star Trek line. All right, this was a frustrating experience on the internet. So at G-Fest this past weekend, this is weird. This news came out days before G-Fest came out. Ultraman had a screening at G-Fest of Ultraman USA, or Ultraman The Adventure Begins. It had a screening at G-Fest, and it was announced in this Collider article that says, screening of Lost Hanna-Barbera animated film. You know, the so lost Ultraman USA that you couldn't just look on YouTube and find in HD with the English dub. So lost, guys. A lot of discourse around this. But this was essentially the same thing as like when Dragon Ball GT marked the first batch of episodes. The Lost episodes.
The Lost. I remember that.
The bitches weren't lost. We just didn't have them.
Our G Turtles season 5, the Lost episodes.
It was jarring because we haven't seen that kind of rhetoric used for anything in a while. Now that being said,
it was kind of nostalgic seeing that. Honestly.
It was. That being said, Ultraman: The Adventure Begins aired at G-Fest with a brand new dub. which was interesting. Okay, so the other thing in that article that was also interesting is that we did get confirmation that Ultraman USA is coming to home video in 2025. It did say DVD and Blu-ray, which is pretty cool. Also, this poster at G-Fest shows that there also is a novelization coming out. I do not know why they're going so hardcore with Ultraman USA, but I kind of dig it.
Well, because they realized that the Ultra USA is great.
Yes, they finally realized how great this was. Like Mr. Tuki asked, why, do we know the new cast? Nope. We have no idea who's in the cast. We have no idea why the new dub was made.
I won't be surprised as one Ultron. Yeah, I feel like they just want to be consistent with them, I hope.
Probably.
But also, as I've seen some people talk about, this could be some weird legal hoopage.
Yes.
I imagine.
A couple things here. Here was some photos from the screening at G-Fest, which is interesting because they showed the Japanese text version, right? Because this is an image here. You can see it's the Japanese text on screen.
Also,
the
you
English text.
You might be pedantic. Sadly, not English dub because it was made in English first, then dubbed to other languages.
This is
true.
Scenario. I'm going to split hairs over Lost and not split hairs over dub at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think they recorded audio and then animated it, so technically still a dub. You want to get technical, right? All anime that's animated first, and then because they bring Japanese actors in after the animation's done, so all Japanese versions are also Japanese dubs.
Yeah.
So the interesting part too is that they mentioned in this tweet, and it's not the only new dub coming. So I gotta say that it's not the only new dub coming. The Ultraman just got a brand new HD transfer.
Oh man,
are they dubbing the Ultraman?
I mean, I can see that because
a new Tiga dub.
Obviously.
I mean,
a new original Ultraman dub.
Well, that's the thing.
Right?
They said not
7 dub.
When it comes to new dub, it doesn't mean just animation as we see. Just look at the current stuff.
Yeah, they could just go back and redub all the shows that were previously dubbed for North America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also new dub could just mean like they're gonna dub Trigger.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on the question of will the old dub be included on the Blu-ray, Jeff Gomez is like still being researched. This is a very similar situation, I feel, to the way that Discotek's Digimon, the movie release is going. They redubbed the original 3 Digimon movies with most of the original cast because they didn't know if they could get the original Fox Kids dub of that movie because of the music and all that stuff. So they got new dubs produced just in case, and then they also were able to get the original dub. So I wonder.
Yeah, because what was it? They were able to get the movies just individually to dub, but they weren't able to get the original cut. You're saying?
No, that what they weren't sure if they could get the original Digimon the movie dub because all of the music was baked into the track.
Oh.
Yeah, the master stuff was lost, I imagine.
The master stuff was lost because it was Saban, So the thing is that I wonder if this is a similar situation. They're not sure if they can get the original Hanna-Barbera dub because it's Hanna-Barbera, which is owned by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers probably doesn't return their emails or whatever. And so they went and produced a new dub, maybe something that, would have more mass market appeal being newer. And then maybe they're trying to get the original dub as a bonus material as well, because Tsuburaya has that dub. They just have to legally clear that dub for release. It's not like they don't have it. That dub, that English version, was on the Japanese
it's not a bad audio track. It's literally not a bad audio track for being a late 80s Hanna-Barbera. No, trying to be a brand new show.
No, because, again, I feel like it was made to be English first, but the dialogue and everything feels natural. But yeah, it definitely feels like this scenario where they feel like they maybe just in case they can't get old audio, they had to record this new one scenario.
Mr. Tanuki brought up a point. There's also an issue of Warner even knowing where the contracts are for the original dub, like the Sonic OVA. Yeah, there's been a big discussion. They can't, Discotek can't get the Sonic OVA released because the paperwork doesn't exist anymore to know who owns the rights to anything.
So we made a joke the other day saying it's really Stacy Keach's fault. It's his estate.
It could be. That's the thing too. A lot of not all the actors are still alive. The production company that made it technically doesn't exist anymore. So there's a lot of factors.
So question about when Hanna-Barbera made Ultraman USA. I forget. Was Hanna-Barbera owned by WB at that point, or were they still sort of
No.
independent?
They hadn't been
I
purchased
believe
by
they were-
WB yet. It was like one of the last
Yeah.
things they did before getting purchased.
Yeah, so I imagine
Yeah,
that's...
and if I recall, this movie pilot almost got F91 in a case, because they supposedly were gonna do more episodes, and then they were like cut down to just make a movie, condense everything. Like if I
It
heard
was
like
it
they
was
kind of
supposed
got
to be a
F91.
TV show, and it was supposed to be a TV show, and then they condensed it into a movie. Yeah,
because you watch it, it's clearly obviously 3 episodes sewn together to be a movie.
It's a pilot movie to see if it would be successful enough to justify spending the money for the whole show. Spin Dash says, does an estate of a deceased actor get residuals? Depends on the actor and depends on the contracts they have, because it's all contract dependent.
Yep.
Which is a big thing. So, any other further talk on this before we do Marvel? Because I'm ready to do Marvel.
It's just one of those classical, legal case, interesting, all that stuff.
And that may also be why the Blu-ray's not this year, but next year. Maybe they're trying to maybe they got stuff in the works. We'll see how everything shakes out. And I will provide more updates on these streams. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to put that in the news. SH Figure Arts Ultra Dad is retail in the U.S., so there is a U.S. release of that. So, like Jeremy Carr said, hit the like button and subscribe and share and hit the notification bell and join Discord. Appreciate all of that stuff. So that is it for our news. We're going to do our Marvel's Capcom Dream roster, but what we need to do first is go to an intermission so I can boot up Photoshop, and we will be back very soon.
Capcom presents
Freakman!
Ready?
Marvel vs. Capcom 4: Legacy of Heroes.
Job.
It's so terrible. I'm so proud of it. We're gonna wait as my co-hosts catch up on the stream there, seeing it play out.
Alright, we're good. Well,
beautiful.
Was that awful? I made that today. I'm so proud of how bad.
You should like make your own kazoo version of the NBC2 theme there.
I didn't have time to bust out my kazoo, but I just was like, Jeremy Carson say during prep time for next segment card, it'd be great if Larry Soundout changes tire every time. Maybe I will. Maybe I will one of these days. Anyways, I just made that video because I was like, I want to do something special, and then I was like, I don't feel like editing an entire intro for this, so I just do what I did. I was like, do I make a new Marvel vs. Capcom 4 logo, or do I just slap some stuff on the screen?
I'll tell you, when I start making the intro stuff for the rundown next year, it's definitely gonna look more fancier than that. I'll tell you that now.
That was made in about 30 minutes this morning because I was like, why not? All right, so what we're gonna do here
before we do this, credit to Dreaming Airy Days on Twitter who made this template.
I had the link for that and then I closed it because I was trying to get Photoshop open.
Can I put it in the chat? Let me see.
Yes, you should be able to put it in the chat.
There it is, right there. That's the source.
That's the source for this template. Everything else is none of this is original art. I just pulled assets from previous Marvel vs. Capcom games. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a roster for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. We're gonna pretend that Infinite's just a spinoff, right? We're going with 4. We're not going with 5, right? So Marvel vs. Capcom 4, and I'm titling it Legacy of Heroes, because that goes with the naming conventions. So, I pre-started this. I've got some baseline stuff, and then our whole panel here, plus you guys in the chat, we're gonna put together the rest of the roster. It's gonna be fun. I say it's gonna be fun. It could also be a ton of work. We'll see how this goes. So let's take a look. Oh, thank you, Oma Ender, for that. Let's take a look at what I put down as the OGs. This is our top level.
Pretty much they have to be their characters.
Boom.
You know.
Oh wait, hold on. OBS screwed up, so my little boom didn't actually boom. OBS was like, you wanted a cached image from before, right? No, I wanted an active view. All right, here we go. Boom, there we go. So, loading it up, just 7 on each side. We have here, on the Marvel side, if I can control my cursor, apologies if motion sickness happens, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Wolverine, Hawkeye, and Ghost Rider. Those last two may seem weird as mainstays, but we'll get there. And then on the Capcom side, Ryu, Chun-Li, Mega Man, Dante, Morrigan, Captain Commando, and Strider. Captain Commando is here as an OG because Captain Commando deserves more respect.
He was meant to be Capcom's mascot, you know.
Exactly.
Captain Commando, you know, Capcom, you know.
Right, House?
Exactly. No, exactly.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I remember he would give Capcom random lore when he'd win, if you remember.
Mm-hmm. So, that being said, this game is going to be called Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Legacy of Heroes. So what I developed is a brand new, completely original idea for a game mechanic not stolen from any other fighting game series, called the Legacy Hero System.
The next moment, Santa gets a cease and desist from Matsuhiro Sakurai in his mail.
So, for example, the Legacy System will allow you to play as, of course, your classic Peter Parker Spider-Man, or you can play as Miles Morales Spider-Man. Okay, I'll just admit it. I ripped off Echo Fighters. This is Echo Fighters, but in Marvel vs. Capcom. And you know what? I think it can work, right? So you got Miles
from Peter. By Ben Riley.
Ben Riley's moveset wouldn't be different. He would just be a costume.
Yeah, this works more like Echo Fighters than, say, how Injustice 2 did it, where it's altered costumes, but with unique voices and dialogue and such like that.
Right. So my idea here that I was brewing in my head is that you know, your basic bread and butters for the two Spider-Men would be the same, but then we're like, Peter does like Web Ball, Miles would do like Venom Strike. So it would have like the specifics in your character's supers, right? So that's the idea I have there. Ben Reilly Spider-Man doesn't do anything different than Peter mechanics-wise, so he would be a costume, and maybe...
No, he has a gun. He has a gun.
What? When does he have a gun?
And that one issue that people want to burn in Marvel.
That's a
There's an infamous issue that like Marvel hates because Ben Reilly like squares up with a bunch of criminals with a gun.
Okay, all right. You get that as a DLC fighter. Anyways.
Guys, imagine
War Machine.
Well, so he's will you be a separate model or just a palette swap?
War Machine would finally be a separate model because War Machine has always been a palette swap of Iron Man. Even though he gets unique artwork, he's always a palette swap. He's going to get a full new model. He's going to get his own supers. He's going to talk about his Sunday best. Right, Cass?
Next time, baby. Next time.
Right. Yep. Next time. Never happens.
All right, so to go, of course, with Steve Rogers, Captain America, we got Sam Wilson, Captain America. To go with Bruce Banner Hulk, Amadeus Cho Hulk. To go with Logan Wolverine, Laura Wolverine. To go with Clint Barton Hawkeye, Kate Bishop Hawkeye, and of course to go with Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
And
yeah,
I'm assuming we got for Cap and Ghost Rider. You can have Danny Ketch's costume and Bucky Cap costume. Such again, there's over a moveset difference.
Which they did that in Marvel 3 anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had
what's the Hulk? What's Hulk's thing? Because it's Amadeus Show. Okay.
Yeah, it's Amadeus Show. Yeah.
It's hard to tell from the disc. I thought you just used the MVCI render for Hulk for a split second.
I mean, it could have been. Would anyone have noticed?
It's the same shade of green.
Yep. Benjamin Wiseman put up a good point of Thor and Mighty Thor.
I feel like that one could work, but you need to really adjust the hitboxes.
Yeah, because the thing is the Avengers game did that. They were Echo Fighters, and it was like the supers are different. Red Hulk would be an alt skin. Yeah, SSJ4 Jason. But this was what I had basics for Legacy System.
I didn't make house. I see what you put in stream chat.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh no, I gotta see this.
That's the game I want.
Okay, I gotta put that on stream because it's too good.
Just say Kaus wants this game.
Kaus wants this game. Are you hungry right now, Kaus? Is that what's going on?
Maybe I am.
I like how it cached my browser as well.
Oh no.
Where'd it go? There it is. There. Okay. Boom. Kellogg's versus Capcom.
New Age of Breakfast.
Perfect. All right. So,
if this does well, we should do Bandai versus Hasbro. new age corporate greed.
Ooh, I like that. That is a good idea. All right, so this was the first level baseline legacy characters. Now we did decide to add in some Marvel characters that should be here. Cyclops, obviously, because it's his resurgence year. You know, we're finally fixed Cyclops' reputation. So we also will be including Deadpool because it's Deadpool.
Look, new movie coming. If we're being realistic, if this comes out like next year, Deadpool has to be on here because movie.
Exactly.
And
Doctor Doom because he should always be in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, it's Doom.
It's Doom.
It's Doom.
And then the one that I was talking about on Kaus's streams a couple times, how is he never in a Marvel vs. Capcom? Daredevil.
That is true. How has he never been?
Yeah, like how has he never made it into a Marvel vs. Capcom?
I still don't get it.
Yeah, it's so strange. So he's in there. That's all we have on the. We still have plenty of slots to fill.
I recommend movie. So I'm thinking how we should do this tier list. Not tier list. This roster is because it's 6 cubes. It's 5 by 6. So I imagine we could do the first 3 rows are returning, and then the next 3 rows are new characters. I feel like that's a good balance.
That is a good balance. What I wanted to do is leave us some room for some extra legacy people here. We can rearrange it afterwards too. We don't have to leave them how they are. We'll just leave them like this for now. All right. So now for the Capcom side, right? We need to get some legacy fighters on the Capcom side because we don't want this to be just too Marvel handed. So of course, Ryu Legacy fighter will be Ken. For Chun-Li, I picked Li Fen, who is Chun-Li's student. She's now old enough in Street Fighter 6 to be fighting on her own, and it's weird that she's not playable yet.
Playable, so. Yeah.
Yeah. Mega Man X here will go with Mega Man, Nero with Dante, naturally, and Lilith with Morrigan. Because those I thought were kind of off the bat easy.
I kind of find it funny we getting so much new Darkstalker's art, even more than when the Capcom Fighting Collection came out. I just kind of find that funny.
Yeah. We hit the anniversary and everybody was just like, yeah. Scrubbler Gaming said, wouldn't it be Luke for Ryu? The problem is moveset.
Luke's gameplay, Luke's gameplay is no different.
Luke sucks.
Because the thing with Luke is I think Luke's works fine, but Luke is a completely different moveset, right? So you end up with that sort of issue of it has to be legacy, but it also has to make sense moveset wise, That's kind of like why, Li Fen, I can just put her there because we don't know what her moveset is. So if they made Li Fen a playable character and she had a completely different moveset than Chun-Li, then, that would sort of disqualify her. But in this scenario, this would be Li Fen's first playable character existence. So she's going to be modeled
this was, again, if Hyper Violet this comes out next year, for example.
And then lastly, we're going to put in Monster Hunter because she was fun to play as an Infinite and deserves a second chance.
Also, it's Capcom's big moneymaker. There's no way in hell we're not adding her in a new NBC game.
T Cosmic Latte brings a good point. Wouldn't Sakura be Ryu's legacy? That would work as well. But we just have to drop Ken because I'm not wasting a whole slot on Ken.
Plus, Star Child won't buy the game unless Ken's in the game.
Because I can't make
Ken... it's true. It's true.
I can't make Ken... I can't make Ken his own slot.
You make Sakura you can make Sakura based off her rival school version, so she can have your unique moveset.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do rival school Sakura. Because the thing is too is there's other like legacy characters I was thinking about Marvel legacy characters as well, where they just have a completely different fighting style. Daredevil had a sidekick named Blindspot. You can't make him the legacy character to go with Daredevil.
And Elektra's moveset's too different.
Exactly. Elektra's been Daredevil for a couple years now, but completely different moveset. So there was that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just the question is if we put in Sakura, Ken's out. That's the toss up. I mean, we can do that. What do you guys think?
Look, we need to give Ken something. He's homeless currently, so we need to give him something.
Yeah, that poor bum.
I mean, do we have to?
He's a nobody.
We don't have to. We can just give Ken nothing. You want to just put?
No, we have to.
I'm gonna put Sakura in as an alternate right now. And
make her DLC. She's DLC. Sound out.
DLC Legacy Fighters. Oh, that would be
damn
controversial.
Right. No, it won't.
She actually is posed the same as Ryu here.
I mean, you can make her. You can give her her own unique. You know why it makes more sense to make her Ryu's legacy fighter? Because you can just give her the Dark Sakura in place of the Sati no Hado Ryu.
You could.
Because Dark Sakura, for instance, is a NBC only thing. I'm pretty sure no other Street Fighter game has. Because I know there's Violent Ken, but I don't think Violent Ken's canon exactly. Thinking here is Dark Sakura, but still.
We could also just say this is a wish list and that Ryu gets 2 legacy fighters. Oh no. Group. I forgot in group you can't drag one image in a group without dragging the whole group. Let's just do this. Let's just put Sakura here. And we're gonna move Ken over. Photoshop, come on. Be nice today. For once in your life, Photoshop, be nice to me.
No.
No, yes. Yes. You want yes. Your answer you said is yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
We're gonna get this. This is gonna be Ryu is legacy of everything. Ryu gets
include
2.
Dan. Might as well include Dan as well.
What if we make Dan Ken's legacy?
Oh yes,
you're on something here. You're
actually yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, hold on.
2 losers together. Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
one's a bum and one's a loser.
Let's get these guys. Dang it, they're in the wrong folder. Let's get these guys out of here. Let's pull Ken. Can I click Ken? Ken's gonna be his own slot now. Congratulations, Ken fans. You won something.
He upgraded.
He got upgraded to his own slot, and we're gonna put. So Sakura is now Ryu's legacy, and then Ken is gonna get Dan. But now I have to go. Dan wasn't in an NVC, right?
No, never.
Yeah, he was. Well,
was he?
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he in MVC 2? 1?
Yes.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was. Cass is better at this than me. Yeah, you're totally right. I completely forgot Dan was in MVP.
Wait, they would let that loser into a game? Well, no, they let
Everybody
Phoenix
was-
right into games.
Everyone's in.
I was like, I get up for some things. I come back and y'all try to make Dan a legacy for like what in the world?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
should Dan be a legacy for Ken, or should he be his own character? Like, where do we put Ken?
He technically Sakura should be. Did you know he trained Sakura?
He trains. Okay,
Poorly.
See, this is why we needed. Kelsey
Poorly, but that was in rival schools or whatever he trained her, right? Because then she became
It's-
Ryu.
No, that's part of main
it's-
canon. That's part of main
Yeah,
canon.
yeah, it's mean. Yeah.
The trio is Sakura, Dan, and Blanca.
So what you're
Yep.
saying is that Sakura.
No, yeah, Sakura's the main. Yeah, Sakura's the main one, and Dan's the legacy character.
Yeah,
There you go.
and then Ryu and Ken are back to being buddies in their little box.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
Man, am I glad I came back soon.
Kels is like, "What are you guys doing?"
I mean, we're not really doing anything wrong. I mean, it's just Street
You
Fighter
see-
characters, and they're
You
not
see,
not
you
in good
see,
taste
me and
these
Kals
days.
are like fighting game nerds, so like we know we know too much of these stuff.
I know I'm a fighting game nerd, but my brain is too.
You're here for Marvel. Me
I'm
and
here for
Kals
them.
get to go
I've always been here for Marvel. All right, let's get all these guys loaded into folders so I don't lose track. All right, so there we go. No, you know what? Muteki keeps saying not Akuma. No Akuma. We're just not gonna have Akuma this time.
He's too busy fighting Hayachi.
Exactly. He went over to Tekken. He betrayed the Capcom.
It's Tekken's Akuma.
Yes. All right.
So he can fight Negan for Tekken 7.
All right. SSJ4 Jason mentioned Chris Redfield, Leon, and Nathan Winters. I don't know
I
Resident Evil, guys. Someone.
So hold on, I already can suggest another Capcom pick. Well, legacy gimmick also.
Okay.
I suggest Zero from the Mega Man X series as his legacy fighter is his Zero series incarnation, because they have similar movesets but also have unique movesets. I feel like Zero is such a popular character in the Versus series that it feels like he was like one of those characters that if he doesn't come back, people will complain. But I think to add some variety, adding his Zero game incarnation, which is also as beloved, but also has his but can be unique enough because he has his own moveset. Because Zero games, he has a lot of the same moves, but he has some new things.
Okay.
If you need the
So I want you to send me the picture of that. So I
in
don't
stream
have to
chat,
Google.
in stream chat.
Cool.
Anything I suggest I put in stream chat. Put in the stream chat for you.
All right, that works for me. It's like that I don't have to go digging for PNGs. All right, cool. There we go. We'll just do that. Hey, thank you, Photoshop, for being nice to me. We can just drag and drop from Discord. Excellent. All right.
Oh, sweet.
I like that. I didn't know we could do that. Zero series.
I wish my other image editors will let me do that.
I'm gonna delete Zero's hair just so we can see other Zero.
Yeah, I know.
Other Zero is gonna just get blocked out if we don't get rid of some hair. So sorry, Zero hair fans, we ain't doing hair.
All right, the zero series.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. He's just a role.
Oh, that's
All right.
a separate character. That's a separate character.
Yes.
No. Growing up in my area, everyone just thought Zero
Is
was
that-
like
yeah,
Zero
yeah,
was
yeah,
that's
Quinn
canon.
or
Your area
or
is not
rolled out.
canon.
A lot of people adopt. A lot of old people.
Hey
like
man,
adopt
the
that. I remember
Pokegods are not canon either,
Oh man, I grew up with them too.
and they weren't in my area.
I'm gonna grant
not canon.
a request from Mr. Tanuki, and we're gonna put Tron Bone in here. Bond Boone.
That's-
what is her name?
Tron
So-
Bond.
Trombone.
Yeah,
Bond.
just trash.
Tron.
That's
Tron Bond.
that's all our Mega Man characters because Capcom only allows 3 Mega Man characters per Marvel game.
You know what? It's worth it though, because
Ultraman, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Legend fans need something.
Legends fans need something. All right, so I don't want to deal with Resident Evil. Let's do a Marvel pick. I know we haven't balanced the thing out. I like that Thor idea, but the problem I can't think of is how do you make Thor hitbox issues, but how do you make Mighty Thor different enough, like moveset wise? Because she kind of does the same things that Thor does.
No, that's the problem. Is Jane doesn't really have her own unique moveset compared to.
Because the only way they made it work in the Square Enix Avengers game or the Crystal Dynamics game was they gave Jane Thor Valkyrie moves. They're like, oh yeah, here's her weapon when she was Valkyrie, and that's her super. And I'm like, yeah, okay, wasn't much. Beta Ray Bill
makes more sense. Honestly.
Beta Ray Bill does make more sense. Ryan, find me a cool Beta Ray Bill.
That? Is that Demon Wolf suggesting that?
Peacemaker said first, and then Infinity War.
Okay, because I was gonna say.
And then LPH said no Beta Ray Bill. I agree with Beta Ray Bill. Ryan, get me a Beta Ray Bill image.
Yep. Okay, right now.
Putting you to work.
Horse guy is the coolest.
Let me use the ultimate art for Thor because that'll fit better.
Here we go.
The nice part about returning characters is I already have the art for them.
Yeah, well, let's do returning characters first, then we can talk about newcomers.
Yeah. Outside of the Daredevil we already threw in. And if they're from Marvel and they're in Ultimate Marvel 3, we're going to use that render because it's Ultimate Marvel 3. All right. Click that. There's Beta Ray Bill. He made it. All right. See, I think this idea of having a legacy system is a great way to get more characters in here without losing, like, favorites.
Yeah.
You know what kind of weird, though, still? The Marvel versus Capcom aesthetic, where it's like, a crap ton of Capcom characters, but it's just the entire Marvel universe. So I'm like, man, that seems really one-sided.
It sometimes is.
No, I mean, that was Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, where that's the whole Marvel universe versus Street Fighter. At least Capcom, you have a variety of games and universes versus the Marvel universe.
All right, cool. That's locked in. That's not changing now.
All right, so let's look at the next two Marvel, so we can fill out that row. So
So who should
She-Hulk? I feel like we should bring back She-Hulk.
Bring She-Hulk. I agree. We should bring She-Hulk back. The thing is, there's no legacy. Is that one too booby? Yeah, screw it. We're doing it. I think we're bringing She-Hulk back, and I don't think we need to give her a legacy fighter because we don't.
Not every returning character needs. I mean, Cyclops doesn't need. Cyclops doesn't have or Deadpool or.
Yeah, he does. He has Havoc.
I was just gonna say,
Havoc has.
Do Havoc,
but
if you want,
the power sets are too different.
Yeah, they're too different. I feel like.
I mean, you have to do some crazy. They basically would be two different characters, kind of like how She-Hulk, because of her.
It's separate from Hulk.
Separate from Hulk. Hulk doesn't do. She-Hulk does wrestling moves as opposed to.
Yep.
LPH said Red She-Hulk. He can't incorporate the sword, so it would just be a skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do agree, She-Hulk. Let's see. I feel like we need some more X-Men on here.
Yeah, I was just saying X-Men. Let's see. Juggernaut, Sentinel.
Can we bring back Spiral?
Yeah.
If you want to do all that animation, sure.
I mean, we're doing a dream roster, right?
We're not the ones animating it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're not the ones ever getting this game either, so,
Hitting.
Right.
If we do Spiral, I have a perfect newcomer for Capcom side to fight against her.
Okay.
With similar team. We'll get to that after we do all the returning characters.
You know what I should do is zoom in on the Marvel side just so we can focus in on, because we're focusing on Marvel, so let's focus on Marvel. All right. I think Spiral's so much fun. And I think she.
Relevant with the Mojo World. I feel like with the Mojo World episode, I feel like she has a more higher chance getting in than before.
Should we bring in the couple, Rogue and Gambit?
Nah, just Rogue.
Just
Rogue.
Because Gambit's been in a ton of them.
No, we don't need Gambit. You know why? Because he's dead.
How many? That's one continuity. No, yeah. Just put Rogue. Honestly, yeah. Gambit could easily be DLC.
Yeah. All right. Let's get Rogue.
Yeah. Why would he be in the base game? He's dead. Soundout. We saw him die.
Sure. I just spent 5 years reading Krakow era X-Men. Death is meaningless.
especially in comic books.
Especially in Krakoa era X-Men. All right.
Unless you're Ben Reilly, where that took you like almost 25 years to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's evil. That's
Yeah, I know, because some guy was an idiot.
It's called Marvel Editorial. Anyways,
Exactly, some guy. Marvel Editorial is the person. I just pretend he's a dude.
he's just a walking Marvel logo. Like.
Exactly, it's like John Toei. Like John Toei. There you go.
Let's see. So who? Okay, hold on. Kyle says Gambit was only MVC2. No, Gambit was MVC2. Gambit was MVC1. He was in.
Gambit was in Street Fighter versus X-Men, wasn't it?
Street Fighter versus X-Men and Children of the Atom, right?
Yep.
No, not Children of the Atom.
No, that's right. Yeah, he started in X-Men versus Street. Yeah, he was in 3 of them. He was in 3 games.
You know, might as well Psylocke. I feel like Psylocke would be a great fan favorite comeback.
Yeah, I just figured out Psylocke's gimmick. Okay, you guys are gonna love.
What?
Wheels. Chill. This is a PG-13
What?
stream.
What? That's part of her gimmick.
All right, you guys ready for this? Ryan, I got a goal for you now.
Like Emma Frost's cleavage.
Go find Betsy Braddock's Captain Britain.
Uh.
And I'll explain. I'll explain in a moment. It's gonna require modern thinking. And as we wait for Ryan to Google. All right, so here's the thing. In the comics, Psylocke, such a messed up character for so many reasons. Psylocke, as we know her in the ninja form, is actually a British woman put into an Asian woman's body by Mojo.
Yep.
It's weird. They got split apart, though.
Yeah,
so,
now they're
sorry. So Kwanon has taken on the Psylocke role, and Betsy's now Captain Britain. So that's why I want to do them as a legacy duo because they have similar powers. You do a legacy duo of perfect. Thank you.
This is not a PNG. This is not a PNG because I couldn't find one, but still, it's a white background.
I have the magic eraser. Betsy Braddock as Captain Britain, Kwanon as Psylocke. It goes to the legacy theme. They have similar powers. They can do the same stuff, and that way you get your Psylocke, but then you also have something new. And that, I think, works. And anyone asking for Brian Braddock, Captain Britain, it's not happening. It doesn't matter anymore.
Psylocke's more popular.
There's a Marvel duo that I was going to bring up.
All right, what's your duo?
Cloak and Dagger?
Yes, but my joke was going to say Cloak and or Dagger.
You only get one.
Actually, we could.
Oh, that's good.
We could go.
That's a
crazy
good one, Jerry.
This.
I like that one. Cloak and or Dagger.
Cloak and or Dagger, or how about? Hey, you guys remember how Android 18 had Android 17?
It was 17. Yeah.
You play as Cloak and he sends Dagger out for attacks.
Yeah, I can see him.
Like a stand.
I know. I see it more like how Videl you can summon Great Saiyaman Gohan in fighters.
Oh, LPH Mission to Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Oh, okay, that's all right. So Dream or all right. So
you know what?
For Marvel,
get Cloak and Dagger. We need a Cloak and Dagger. I'm liking this idea.
War-Torn said Cloak and Dagger were actually going to be in the VC3 and were cut.
Okay, then, yeah, even better. Cloak and Dagger, yeah, we need them. I think that'd be fun. Just they will be one character. They won't be a legacy fighter duo,
like a puppet fighter.
Yeah,
Stan or something.
So here's a question:
I mean, if Capcom can get away with it with a bunch of their characters throughout the years, Marvel can.
So here's a question, guys, and this is legitimate.
Here's Cloak and Dagger.
Thank you.
So no, we're done with the Returning Marvel because you just have to move Cyclops, Deadpool, and Doom to those 3 slots. Then that's all of Marvel
put them down
returning.
Okay, so now we have to put up the hard question. And I don't know how to phrase this without it sounding awful, so we're just going to go for it, okay? You guys ready?
No.
So the question is, can we make Iron Fist and Shang-Chi a legacy duo, or is that too on the nose?
No.
I'm not sure because Shang-Chi's moveset is very different from Danny's, so I honestly don't think that can work.
All right, so in that case, can I put Shang-Chi on the roster and leave Iron Fist off? Because
yes, I feel like
I like
I feel
playing
like
as
the
Iron
trade-off.
Fist, but like I would much rather have Shang-Chi. Just character wise.
I feel. So what do you
Well,
think?
if you have
Big
Luke
Iron Fist
Cage, I
fan.
would rather have Iron Fist.
Eh.
Here's a.
So that means you gotta take Luke Cage out of the game.
I mean, Luke Cage
No,
isn't in the game.
He isn't in the game.
Yeah, Luke Cage ain't on this roster. I like Luke Cage. I like Iron Fist, but I would rather have. I think Shang-Chi has a more interesting moveset. A lot of Iron Fist stuff is my hand glows and I punch. Like I want.
That's the same thing as Gundam Kashu.
For Shang-Chi, will you incorporate like the MCU 10 ring like as part of his moveset? Because that would be really cool.
I would, because that became a thing in the comics, and that I think would make him more interesting as well. Like not just multiple fighting styles, but he could throw his rings and stuff around. I just because I can't do two kung fu guys on one roster.
Mhm.
I mean,
But
Capcom gets away with it.
Yeah, but that's their whole series.
Yeah, their whole series is fighting streets. You know,
Fighting
Alright,
streets.
I'm gonna suggest
Thunder coming.
I'm gonna suggest next Marvel character because we're lacking on a certain hero group for group here.
say
We
what
need
it
our-
is, because I have thoughts.
We need our blue eye loving Ding.
I think, yeah, I want the Thing. I thought Super Skrull, as fun as Super Skrull was a cop out.
He was a
Yeah,
cop
Also,
out.
we need a
Actual
sentinel.
because-
We need a sentinel in the game.
Well, you always do need a sentinel. That's true.
You know what we could do instead of bringing back the same Sentinel we always get?
Bastion.
Bastion.
Rod or something. Oh, okay.
Let's do
Let me
Bastion.
go get.
Okay.
Yeah, he could be. You know what? I can see Bastion
people
as a
shit.
mid boss. Like you
Uh,
know how you got the big bosses in Street Fighter 2. I could definitely see Bastion
Yeah.
as a like mid boss in like the arcade ladder.
Guess who lost his Daredevil layer and can't move him?
Oh no!
I don't know where he went. He. Let's see. Dare. I found him. Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Cannot use move tool because there's no layers selected. What is that then?
That
Oh my
means
God.
you're.
All right,
mind.
here's Bastion.
Daredevil's staying exactly where he's at. All right, so we're gonna.
Aha! You merged the wrong layer.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's in the newcomer
Hey,
area.
hey, Jerry. Here's what we do. We gotta cut out the background and then move. Remember that?
All right, you want to get you need to give me a Shang-Chi render also?
Yeah, give me a Shang-Chi as well. I'm gonna go full size because these images are massive.
Oh, hey, Jerry. Are you able to help me with GTA after the stream?
I don't know.
All right, so
Possibly, I think.
okay, so we got Bastion as our Sentinel rep, and we putting this render of him. It could be like fully Sentinel monster Bastion too. It doesn't have to be like human Bastion because that would be a little boring, right? You know what else we need to do? We need some cosmic people in here.
Well, we will see. So,
Well, before we
honestly,
do that, let's think about this for a moment. Yeah, Thing's going to be our Fantastic Four rep, so we're not going to put anybody else in that was on the team. So that leaves us up for some options with other power sets.
mhm.
Oh, Venom.
DLC.
Venom's. I would put Venom in DLC. Do we bring Rocket back? No. I'm going to propose.
Oh no, we're done. We're done with returning.
We're not going to bring
now.
Rocket back, and we're not going to bring Gamora back. But I think we need a Guardians rep.
Star-Lord.
So
I was
I was
really
going to say
surprised.
Star-Lord because that's my brain's default. But
I'm surprised he was not in Infinite, honestly.
What
Yeah,
about
okay.
Yondu?
Could he work the lake now? No, they're too
I was going to
different.
say Yondu. I don't think Yondu can work in a Marvel vs. Capcom setting.
Yeah. Was Silver Surfer in 3?
No.
Silver Surfer's another option. He doesn't count as a Guardians pick though because he's not a Guardians.
Well, that's true.
Here's just. I got Star-Lord image in the chat there.
Hey, guys. I got a wild pick right now. All right. Is everyone sitting down?
It is serious.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I like how me and Soundout were so in unison. What about the Beyonder?
The Moon Girl Beyonder,
Yeah, can we do that one?
the one who
I
sings
was
and
just
dances.
No, he's the final boss. No, he's the final boss.
I was just thinking, the Beyonder from Spider-Man the Animated Series, so I don't know what the
I was
Moon
going to
Ultra
say the
Skin.
Yassified Beyonder from Moon Girl is much better. Wheels, you haven't seen a song about killing all of humanity. It's great.
Nah.
See, Infinity War Torn said no Storm for returning. Yeah, I didn't put. I'm trying to keep my bias out of it. I'm trying to get a balanced roster and not just go, here's all my favorites.
I mean, honestly, the character that honestly surprised wasn't in NBCI. Kamal Khan. It's kind of weird she wasn't in NBCI.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, also grabbing my boy Nightcrawler.
Hey, what about Blade? Hey guys, what about Blade?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Blade. Yeah, Blade would be great. Let's get Blade in here.
Because we gotta, you know, ice skate uphill or whatever.
Triple H can be, I don't know, getting killed by it.
Get the Midnight Suns Blade render.
Yeah, I'll get that.
I don't want the Ultimate Marvel one. I want the Midnight Suns one.
Oh, Blade was actually in a game before? I don't remember him being in...
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Midnight Suns.
He was in Midnight Suns, and I think he was also in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yes, as part of the DLC.
I saw the chat calling for Moon Knight. What do you think about Moon Knight?
I think he's lame.
We can stop being negative!
Wheels, do you like anything?
Yeah.
Because you haven't given us any suggestions. You just keep denying our suggestions.
I gave Firkin suggestions.
I mean, you gave Beyonder, but that's all. Here's the thing. Moon Knight, I don't know, Moon Knight's popular enough. I know everyone's saying Magneto. I don't actually want Magneto on the base roster.
Again, we're doing new characters, guys.
I was going to say, the reason I don't want to put Magneto in is because, and this is, I know this is going to be a hot take, Doctor Doom plays better than Magneto. They have a very similar thing
character. They're legacies.
We can't make Magneto Doctor Doom's legacy. That's...
Yeah, we could. They're both from Europe.
What is Doctor Doom's religion?
Probably Eastern Orthodox Catholic or something.
But
he's Romani, and his mother was part of his Romani.
But it's magic. One's magic, one's magnetism. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
They both have ends.
The problem is that like they cancel each other out because Magneto can't. Magneto could beat Doctor Doom in a fight. There's so many Marvel characters, guys. I know when we get to the Capcom side, we're gonna struggle.
No, well, not real. Well, for you, I mean, me and Kaz have a list.
Oh, Ben said it's Wheels. If it's not 90s, it's a no-go.
Damn right.
It's not
90s and early 2000s. And
you don't
80s.
even follow early 2000s. It's 90s for you. I've never heard you express
you're younger than me.
2000s.
Which is...
Here's a question, guys. What do we do with these last 6 slots? I feel like we've gotten into contention mode.
Okay. Well, so what aspect of the Marvel universe do we soon need to kind of make a check mark? Well, I think we need more villains. That should definitely be one thing.
Okay. Stiltsman.
Oh, Infinity War Torn. I think that could work. Scarlet Witch and Wiccan.
What about Thanos the Anus?
Who? Oh,
Thanos.
Dane? I mean, Dane,
he was in
previous.
Thanos was in the previous game.
Yeah, but Dane.
I'm liking the Scarlet Witch Wiccan idea. I know it would
what
be
about
weird
Dormammu?
for Wiccan, but
Dormammu.
We've had Dormammu in games before too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you need villains, and they're like the big ones.
So I'll go get. Are we adding Wanda and Wiccan?
Let's do Wanda and Wiccan. Yeah, I think that works as a pair. I like Muteki's suggestion of Kahori, but I don't know enough about her powers to figure out a fighting game thing. Jeremy Carr said Sinister.
Honestly, yeah, that could work.
Oh, Doc Ock, that's another good one.
What would Sinister do? He doesn't have any fighting credentials. He
does.
Just stands around and bitches.
He has regeneration abilities, and he actually can fight. Like, his regeneration abilities could be part of his moveset the way Phoenix was. Apocalypse.
Right, so... Was he? No, yeah, I don't think Apocalypse was in... Has he been...
Yeah, he was the final boss.
Children of the Atom, right?
Yeah,
he was the final boss.
Was he playable?
No.
But I don't think he was playable. He was just a boss.
Yeah.
It was just a giant hand.
And we could make him the first time ever playable in our bullshit roster.
We could. Dude, I like the idea of Doc Ock as well, because that's just like a different shape character.
All right, so we're doing Doc Ock.
Yeah, get 90s Doc Ock so Wheels can be happy about something.
Which an animated series Doc? Okay, was
Yeah, probably that one, because that's
you
the
mean-
good-looking one, because I hate fat Doc Ock. I can't stand that version.
See,
Are you a PNG of?
it really is Wheels
that
90 or nothing. 90s or nothing.
We stop being toxic for 1 minute.
I don't know, Ryan. Can you stop being positive for every day?
Can you shut the
Positive's fun. Here's the thing. I think
I already have depressive last week. Please, Wheels.
there's no reason to get heated
I
over a
can't-
Marvel vs. Capcom roster, guys. It's all good. We're gonna move on.
I can't find a '90s Doc Ock like anime series official art PNG. So we
Go
just have
grab
to
the
stick
Marvel
with,
Legend. I'm not picky. Just go get the Marvel Legend figure.
this is random action figure. This goddamn.
Let's see. Muhammad said Green Goblin, and the only reason I wouldn't do Green Goblin is because I feel like Green Goblin's like action related stuff is all flying, and you can't have a consistently flying character on a glider.
Yeah, that's the one thing that always screws up any game. His glider would just be hovering, doing nothing. It'd be like those drones that they put in other fighting games, where it's like, come on, do something.
Wait,
Yeah.
what drone? Like any examples of that one? Because I can't think of
It'd be like what was her name? The one that Jerry's always beats me in King of Fighters, from Sam's show, Bird Girl.
Kikoru?
Nakoruru?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like her bird, but just the whole character.
Mamahaha. That's the name of her bird.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Random action figure. We have an action figure man. He just all stop motion in this fighting game.
Miles Vulnerable. There's so many options. This is harder than I thought it would be.
All right, do you want to include a multiverse character? Because I feel like that's a Marvel thing now.
I don't know. As much as Marvel's trying to make the multiverse a thing, I always saw the multiverse as a DC thing.
You don't want 2099 in this game?
I do, but like,
Because I feel like his moveset could be different for Peters and Miles.
he could be. I'm just gonna get a bunch of complaints of like, why isn't Kane playable?
Mm-hmm.
But 2099 is from 1994, so it still qualifies as 90s, so Wheels can't complain. Put 2099. Put Spider-Man 2099. Because if not him, we'll put in Dracula 2099 and freak everybody out.
That would actually throw off everyone. Even though I didn't really like the 2099 verse outside of just Spider-Man.
Most people
Yeah,
didn't.
Exactly.
Dude,
I think I'd rather read the
Spider-Man.
I'd rather read the Ultimate.
Yeah.
Ultimates
because
than
if
read 2099.
if Venom's not gonna be base roster, I feel like 2099 is a good substitute. It feels like.
He does have like, hand whips.
Wait, was Mephisto ever in a game? I feel like he had to have been
Never,
in a game.
no.
And
he didn't. I feel like he can't.
wouldn't.
He's devil. I feel like. I mean, what moveset would you crave for? Wouldn't that just be Dormammu again?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not that like even Mephisto like, oh, he's the devil, that's why we can't put him on here. I feel like it's more like, what moveset does Mephisto have?
And I keep thinking of villains, and you're all like, "Oh, they've all already been in here. Are they all too big?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Technically,
Well,
Mephisto's also been as a sprite swap for Blackheart.
Right.
Okay, just red to a Blackheart. So he's Redheart.
Ooh, LPH said Kingpin.
Ooh, that'd be
Honestly, yeah,
sick.
we need more heavies. We need much more heavies.
I
in
think
this
Kingpin
game.
would be cool. Because he would be a different.
could he work? Could he work as like Juggernauts? Like him and Juggernaut as like one kind of character.
I wouldn't put
good,
Juggernaut and him as a legacy connection because they don't have like any connection. But like, I think Kingpin could play similar to Juggernaut.
Or he could be definitely good opposites, like characters like Hagar or something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, just having pile draw people.
I think Kingpin's a good one for sure.
But I held off on that because we have too many heavy hitters already with like Thing and Hulk.
I mean, when a crossover game, especially a big roster game, you're gonna have similar moveset characters, like characters and such.
Yeah, I think Kingpin. I think like the next two aren't going to be heavies, but I think because I would say like Kingpin's like mid heavy, whereas like Hulk is heavy. And She-Hulk would be like mid. Maybe no. We actually don't have too many because like I would put Thing and She-Hulk in the same power scaling, when then Hulk and Kingpin are the same.
Before we add our last two, let's take a look at our roster in terms of how many aspects. So we have what three, four. You count Kingpin, Spider-Man characters. Five, actually five because Miles, but still. We have multiple X-Men.
Tikaz Wante said we need a freak pick.
Yeah, we are missing the fighting game freak.
Use what's his face? Oh God, what's his? That Crystallic guy that just got a Marvel Legends. That blue
Crystar, the Crystal Warrior.
Yeah, get that loser in here. Yeah.
Yeah, but Hasbro has a go crazy eyebrow like that.
Yeah, I actually don't know if that would be legally possible. I don't want to go. Yeah.
Well, it's Dream Roster, Soundout.
It is Dream Roster, and
you're not Capcom.
But here's the thing: I wouldn't pick Crystar. I would pick Rom.
Yeah.
If I'm picking a toy guy, I'm picking Rom.
Hey,
but Rom's cooler than Crystar, so go with Crystar because he's dumber.
But here's the thing: when it comes to characters like that, I feel like those are obviously DLC picks in this imaginary world. If you want to be realistic. All right, so we have multiple X-Men, couple mystic like magic people. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What do we need more of? Like to fill those last two. So what's missing? Because I feel like we got good.
I think we got. Well, let's see. How many villains do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 villains. Yeah. Spiral, Doom, Bastion, Ock, and Kingpin.
Because I mean, what's the MVCI? You count Magneto as a villain. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's the same number because you have MODOK, Sentinel, Magneto, Taskmaster, and Super Skrull. So that's 5. So if
they also had Ultron in MVCI.
No, that was Infinite. Infinite. I was talking about MV3.
I don't know why my brain said Infinite.
Ooh, what? You know what? You're gonna say this is stupid because he's already technically been in the game because he said Ultron. But what if we do the what if MCU version of Ultron?
Hey, there's a multiverse pick right there. The Infinity Ultron.
Yeah. What about that guy?
Is that different enough than the Ultron Phase 3, which wasn't playable anyways?
I mean, it's practically the same thing as Ultron Sigma in the MVCI.
Well, it is. We never got to play as Ultron Sigma, right?
Yeah, he was a story only thing.
And we also talked about Apocalypse because Apocalypse was only a thing you fought, right? Kyle said Vision.
Because I'm trying to think, what would be like Vision's? I'm not sure how Vision can really work in a fighting game because I'm not sure how you translate the phasing.
They struggled with Martian Manhunter and Injustice. I'll tell you, that is one of the most boring movesets ever.
Yeah, so I don't think Vision.
I do like the idea of Infinity Ultron.
What about what's his face from the Venom saga thing with the Venom planet? Was Null?
No.
Muteki said Wonder Man. Yeah, talk about freaks. Wonder Man, Tigra. Just start throwing in the weirdos.
Wait, hold on. I have a perfect pick then. We're talking about freak pick.
Freak pick. Yeah, we need a freak pick, and I think we need one more villain. I think that's what we're down to. Who's our freak?
Yeah. It's Seth Green. It's Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Someone suggested that in the chat earlier. Howard the Duck.
Come on, Howard the Duck. He'll be our Serpod of the game. Tiny hitbox and everything.
Let's do it. Let's do Howard. Let's vote. Let's do one villain. Is it going to be Apocalypse? Is it going to be?
Let's let the chat choose.
Yeah, let's let the chat. I'm gonna put a villain vote. Let's see. Let me get Howard locked in. Let's let the chat choose the last character because that'd be fun. It's gonna be a villain. All right. It's not gonna be somebody that we've had before though, because we're gonna do new character, start a poll. Last, who is the last villain? I'm gonna put Sinister. Right, because we had Sinister. Muteki, you're not getting Paul.
Why do you love Paul so much?
Apocalypse.
Because he's the real villain of Marvel now.
Jeremy Carr said if Magneto was right, could Xavier be the villain?
Paul's actually the living embodiment of Marvel editorial.
Onslaught. I mean, Onslaught was only.
Onslaught. I don't.
Was a boss only character.
I mean, Onslaught would cover our Magneto problem too. Should I put Onslaught on the poll?
Nah.
Yeah, why not?
He was a boss.
And should I put Infinity Ultron, or do we have a fourth pick?
Because who do we have? Who do we have so far?
Sinister, Apocalypse, Onslaught. Did I forget one?
Sinister, Onslaught, and Apocalypse. Yeah, that'll be our. Because that's.
So is it Infinity Ultron or is it?
What's your null? What's your
null?
null?
Okay.
So more fresher. Something a little more newer.
All right, chat, get to it. Decide for us what our last character is.
Got 3 X-Men, 1 Spider-Man.
Yeah. MJ Klein said Hobgoblin. I love Hobgoblin.
Well, technically, Null was fighting Thor for like his entire arc, if I recall, towards the later end.
Anything Donny Cates was writing had somebody fighting Null. He did. It does track. Infinity War-Torn said Enchantress / Loki. I think that could have worked if we were doing like an MVC legacy pairing. We could have done like Sylvie and Loki as one. That would have worked really well.
I was gonna say club for the Wolves.
Yeah. Null's winning right now. Holy cow. I didn't expect Null to be the front runner here, but how many people are watching right now? Okay, we got 29 people watching and we got 20 votes in. How long do I keep this running? Nope, Null just got another vote. Null's pulling ahead. Apocalypse and Onslaught are neck and neck. Sinister is at least everybody's voted for somebody. All right, I'm gonna give it one more minute, guys. I'm gonna give it one more minute on the poll. Then we got to get into the Capcom side, which I think is going to be. No, we're not putting Bob Iger as one of the options.
It's funny though.
I mean, that's a villain, but like, we're not putting him as the option. Okay. One more minute on the poll. Infinity War-Torn says I only like Null because of Marvel Snap. Null is really good in Snap. Kyle says Null also justifies Venom having unique DLC or unique-ish movement with the Dragon Wings and stuff for DLC. That's true, yeah. If you do DLC Venom, he could have all the Null-related stuff at that point. All right. When this poll says it's been going for 2 minutes, that's when I'm going to call it, and I think it's probably going to be Null.
It said 2 minutes right now.
Yep, 2 minutes. All right. Ending poll. Null is the winner at 37%. You got a picture of Null?
I'll go get it right now.
All right. And I think that'll finish our... I think it'll finish this side of it pretty good. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole roster while we wait for Null to arrive. Sounds like he's showing up for dinner.
There you go.
Waiting for Null to arrive. Zoom out to the whole roster here. Oh, we got a lot of
post-credit scene. That's gonna be a post-credit scene for her Last Dance.
Yes. What is someone? See, Jeremy Carr said Cyclops have the original suit as a skin. Yeah, in this hypothetical, I would want like everybody to get like a ton of.
We also got that really weird suit he had that was like all edgelordy in the Phoenix Force.
Oh, the Phoenix 5 suit? Yeah, heck yeah.
I like that. I like that suit. I wish we got that Marvel Legend.
Yeah, I like that. The Phoenix 5 one that technically didn't actually release.
They like got rare, like
it was one of those like it was officially canceled, but it like.
What year was that? Because I remember reading that.
That was Return. I think that was Return of Marvel Legends era. I want to say
the storyline was like during Avengers vs X-Men.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That checks out. Because I remember it being 2000s, but like the artwork looked like, what if they just made 90s fresher?
Mm-hmm. I think it's because it wasn't a 90s artist that was doing that book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoenix 5. That's a 5-pack that Marvel Legends should do.
Like, I don't know why we haven't had it when there's so much like
they love
people like talking about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they always love Phoenix stuff. I mean, hey, if that guy can make Sugar Man, he can make other stuff. And I still want to slap that guy. I want to just slap him in the back of the head for the Sugar Man. Like, he's like, I love all this Marvel stuff. I hope I don't get spoiled on Captain America because of the new interview thing we had to do for toys. And I'm just like, no, you deserve to get spoiled because of Sugar Man.
Nobody should have ever made a Sugar Man figure, and yet I avoided that figure so well. Anyways, I
mean, that as a toy, it's a nice toy, honestly.
It's a nice toy, but the context of the character is just...
Listen, his new name for me is Kyle.
Oh, God. Moving on. Capcom side, let's do this. So we got our Marvel side locked.
Yeah, we all right, so we need to fill out the returning for Capcom.
Yes, let me get my folder up. Jerry, I want you to suggest me some Capcom people that should come back.
Yeah, so this is going to be me and the Jerry show then.
Chris Redfield? Chris?
No,
Redfield?
I think there's a better newcomer for Resident Evil. I feel like fans have been asking for years.
Lady D.
Oh, actually, yeah, that one too. So, Kaus,
exactly.
You go first.
Lady D.
Is Kaus here? Or did he?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Kaus, you get the first Capcom pick. Who's coming back?
Yeah.
Who's coming back?
Who's first returning? Yeah.
Okay, returning. Who's been in before?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. I'm trying to think of returning that ain't Street Fighter. Hayate. Hayate should come back.
Hayate for Star Gladiators?
Yes.
Yeah. I want that 3D collection so bad. I want that so much.
Hayato?
Hayato, yep, from Star Gladiators.
Hayate, and if you give me one more Wang Tang. Wait, no, that's new. He never showed up in the... But that's what I would want.
Wait, who's Poontang?
Wang Tang.
Who's that?
He's from Power Stone.
You and that Power Stone, man.
I mean, if we do
you
that...
You really love that game.
I do!
I love Power Stone, too.
I begged for that game when I was a kid, when I was new.
I have a Capcom pick for a new character, but we'll get there. All right. So, okay. Vinny Warthorn brought up Ruby Heart. Someone else brought up Amigo earlier. Do we get the MVC2? Like, if we're picking an MVC2 original, would we bring back
Ruby Heart?
It's
Ruby Heart.
Yeah.
I love Amigo. I love my Cactus Man, but it's Ruby Heart.
All right.
She was the main character in MVC2, so it makes the most sense.
All right. Let's
Who
get
the
Ruby
hell
Heart
is that?
Ruby Heart was
an original.
Yeah, she was the original character for MVC2. That was.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say no wonder I never heard of this character before.
Yeah, because
I don't think I got to play that one that much.
Yeah, because MVC2 does have a story. It's one sort of, and it's all about like sailing the 7 seas of the multiverse. And she was like the captain of the pirate ship. That's the pirate ship stage of MVC2 is hers.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's a question: was she in the arcade version? Because I don't remember this character this much.
MVC2 has no. MVC2 had no like character differences.
It's just the same ending in the arcade for everybody.
See,
that's probably why I don't know.
The trick is she's one of 28 Capcom characters from 2. There's a lot of them. Who else is returning? Do we need? Can we get another Darkstalker in here?
First up, one I think a really good returning and such a good Narcotic for Legacy character is Phoenix Wright, and his legacy would be Apollo Justice. It just makes the most sense if you are a Phoenix Wright fan, because it's the same gimmick, such. So I put Apollo in the stream chat.
Cool,
yeah.
I like that. I'm not any complaints, guys. I think that works.
Well, you need to have a clown in here if we have Howard the Duck.
Exactly, you gotta have balance, right?
Because Phoenix is a clown.
Actually, it doubles. He can also be a rival to Daredevil.
Yep, and Jen
and She-Hulk. Yeah, put the 3 of them on a team, and then suddenly, like, they just all start they'd start doing lawyer stuff in
Objection.
The intro. Yeah, they're just doing like lawyer stuff in the intro instead.
Everybody.
This guy's name's Apollo Justice, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Me showing how little Phoenix Wright I've played.
I think I'm not sure how big into you're reading visual novels, but it's a whack. I think you'll like it. It feels like you're
every visual novel I've played has been a strenuous experience because I'd rather just read it as a novel.
I know what you mean.
You don't like using your brain.
I want to just read this. If it's in a novel format, I just want to read the story. That's just how I go.
Just make a manga of Phoenix Wright.
There is
Stop
anime.
wasting our time.
I mean, there is anime and manga, so we're really interested. Darkstalker? Okay. Well, I kind of want Jeddah back, because I want Jeddah being a good game.
I want Jeddah back, too. Chat wants Jeddah back. I don't think
I want that werewolf.
That would have to be a new character. We're not there yet.
Yeah, that's a new character.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Wait, has John Talbot been a previous MVC game?
Nope.
I forget. Or
he
no?
has not. It was like
the
only Darkstalkers in Versus games is Felicia Morgan,
Baby Hood.
BB Hood.
Wasn't Kyrus in MVC 2?
Yeah, he was. I think Anakaris was in there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is they've never had Dimitri because of the legal problem.
Wait, what was that?
Which problem is that?
Because one of Dimitri's moves is Midnight Kiss, where he gender flips
the gender bend. Yeah,
Marvel wouldn't allow that. So he can't be in that because he actually what was it? Dimitri was in one of the CVS games, wasn't he, Chaos?
Yes, Versus Chaos.
Chaos,
yeah. So
for all the SNK characters and Capcom characters got all gender bend versions.
Right, and so they didn't bring him back for other games because it was so expensive to have him in the game. Because they were like, oh, we have to gender flip everybody. All right, so I think, what is it? Is that half on returning already?
Yeah, that's done with returning.
We might need to keep the old MVC tradition of let's just have more returning Capcom than Marvel. So if we're throwing new people in, John Talbane is
let's get
the
not. So what's the rule? We only get 3 Darkstalker per game or something like that.
Yeah, I mean I do want Lord Raptor because I know some people have mentioned Lord Raptor in the chat as well. But Lord Raptor's a little chaotic for even MVC standards because of everything he does. He's so
perfect ending. I have a perfect arcade ending because he's not in the roster, but you know could be his arcade ending.
What's that?
Him versus Werewolf by Night.
Oh, that would be fun.
Oh
my god, ending. Do we go crazy? Do we go absolutely nuts with this? Do we really bring the Marvel vs. Capcom into the insane territory? Do we do John Talbane and Legacy Fighter Werewolf by Night?
I don't think Marvel will allow that.
I don't know. Like, do we just say that for craziness here, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Do we just dream a little bigger?
My heart wants that, but realistically, Marvel would not allow that at all.
I also think that a Marvel character would have to have a Capcom Legacy Fighter to balance it. Is there anybody here that has a Capcom equivalent? Because that'd be crazy.
Mean, if we had to really look, I think it was more. Vampire Hunter. We are. Darks. I guess Stone equivalent. The only one I could think of, there are some more looking at it. So
Dante and Star-Lord.
Yeah, no, definitely. Honestly, yeah, that's an obvious one.
Let's get John Talbane in though. I think he deserves a slot.
You need to give it the PNG. Want me to get the PNG?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if Donovan.
Donovan. I would want Bruce because I want to see him Blade fight because that'll be a great fight between those two. I mean, they're both Daywalkers.
Maybe we do need Donovan. Can we break the rule and just put 4 Darkstalkers characters in? Technically speaking, Donovan's not a Darkstalker, so he doesn't count towards the 3. You said 3 Darkstalkers characters, so Donovan doesn't count. He's a vampire hunter. He's a hunter. He's not a Darkstalker. So we can put Talbane and Donovan.
Let's break the rule. We'll just add one more.
This is a dream roster. We're not going to go insane. But let's go a little crazy.
I feel like one extra Darkstalker character is not stretching enough. Stretching.
I think.
And then he can summon Nidus to break the game.
Exactly. That could be his level 4 super. Because I just decided we're doing level 4 supers. I don't know. I'm thinking too far. I'm going too crazy, guys. You gotta pull me back. All right. So here's the question. Chaos.
Yeah.
Who are we picking from Red Earth?
Well, it's either going to be Leo or What's her name? Oh my goodness, that magician girl. What's her name?
Tessa?
Red?
Tessa.
Yeah, Tessa. Which
Yeah,
one you want to
Tessa.
pick? Lion, or Witch Lady?
We already have a witch lady on the other side of the box.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Lion.
Lion?
Let's do Leo from Red
Leo.
Earth.
He's a good rival for your Hulk or Hulk, honestly.
Plus, he has sword.
Perfect skin for Hulk then. Scar.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, I guess I could put Scar instead of Amadeus as well, but that I think. Nah,
Well,
he
no,
works.
Scar. Yeah, he's too different because I feel like the sword. He'll have the
Yeah.
sword, but good skin.
All right.
Are there any Ghosts and Goblins characters that weren't the main guy that weren't in the game yet?
No. It's if we're talking about Ghosts and Goblins, it's just Arthur
Firebrand.
or Red.
Because we've had
Fire-
Arthur and Firebrand in the games before. Who else is left?
The actual
the princess or Satan.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't put Satan on the Marvel side. We could put Satan on.
Yeah, but he's a giant. He decides the giant dudes and toss stuff for the Capcom.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's what we need to do. We need a dream roster Tatsunoko vs. Capcom too.
What's left for Tatsunoko side?
Oh no, you're gonna love it. I already came up with the idea. It's just you do
Did
all
we put
the
any
other.
Sengoku Basara guys?
You do all the other. Sengoku Basara is a great idea. I was gonna say you do all the other Gatchaman that's not Ken, Jun, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish I know. I need. Sengoku Basara is like one of the few Capcom franchises I have not much. Have much.
Wait, the two guys from
of.
Sengoku Basara, the two lead guys, the red guy and the blue guy, are their movesets close enough we could do Legacy on them?
I'm not. I know there's a fighting game.
Bro, I only watched the anime.
I know there is a fighting game
Oh, you never
for
played?
Sokonobara. I know there's a fighting game for Sokonobara, but I'm not sure if they play somewhere or not.
They
Fun
both
fact, that
have
was made by
lances, right?
Yeah, fun fact, that was made by Arctis.
Chat. Does anyone in the chat know Sengoku Basara more than just the anime, like me and Wheels?
Hey man, Sawano did the music. I'm sorry, that's a problem.
It's true. Kaus, do you have any thoughts on Sengoku Basara?
Yeah, I played one of the games.
Do you think the lead two guys could be legacied, or do we have to pick one of them?
Yeah, can we just slap them together and just say there you go and be like cheap little bitches?
Uteki said kind of, and I don't know what he.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just be
Kind
asses. I mean, they're red and blue. Ken Ryu.
Yeah.
Sonata.
Sengoku, the actual diehard game players can sue us. Who cares?
T-Cosmolante said freak pick Skullomania.
No, they don't own him. They don't own him. They don't own him anymore.
Oh, that's right,
that's Arika.
Arika owns him.
Yeah.
Actually, always has. I have three. I feel like these three are pretty obvious picks for Capcom to shoe-in, pretty much.
Okay.
We got Street Fighter, we got Luke, Elena, and Juri. I feel like they're kind of shoe-ins.
Hey, was Okami ever in the games?
Amaterasu was, yeah.
Amaterasu was 3, yep.
Did we add 3 more Street Fighters?
I feel like Capcom would.
I mean, we're already at, what are we already at 3? So that'd be 6. Okay, Muteki says they play differently. It's kind of like Naruto and Sasuke play the same. Okay, yeah, so we'd have to pick a Sengoku Basara. Infinity War Torn says, how different are Proto Man and Base?
Different. Base is a rap. I mean, they could be legacy fighters for Mega Man, but they're a little too. I feel like they have unique gimmicks that they can be their own characters.
Cyber Draco says Akira Kazama from Rival Schools.
I mean, that'd be a great pick. I mean, she's also a Street Fighter character, so that's the thing. Yeah, here's the problem. Mario Capcom there isn't a bunch of new IPs.
How about we throw? How about let's get some Rival Schools in there. Once we got a better Rival Schools choice.
I mean, Akira's like the most popular one. His flashy guy to Street Fighter 5.
Batsu is the main character.
I want Batsu, but hey, do you count? With this roster, with turning characters, do you count Tatsunoko as part of the Versus series?
Because I don't count. I don't count CVS either. We're talking just the Marvel vs. Capcom series.
All right. As much as I love Akira, I think Batsu should get in because, but Batsu's.
Batsu's deciding vote. Is it Batsu?
What do you think, Batsu or Akira?
I'm gonna. Man, my heart says Batsu, but my brain says Akira.
Yeah, pick one.
No, I know. I go with Akira. Just
Akira?
All right, Kira it is.
because Batsu is kind of just a Shoto already. You already have Ryu and Ken.
Muteki, since you know Sengoku Basara, tell us which Sengoku Basara character is getting in.
Yeah,
I
Dante
feel like
or Sonata.
That franchise is big enough. We need to pick
Good.
one of the main two, right? Because that's what we need. We need more rep, because one of the biggest problems we have, I think, when we talk about the rosters for the Versus games, is the Capcom side is like a lack of diversity of franchises. So
And that's Capcom's fault for only releasing is it just Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter.
yeah, we haven't dealt with the Resident Evil issue, have we? We didn't.
I said Lady D, and Ryan agreed. Ryan already agreed.
I'm already playing both. I'm already playing Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 because people been asking him for years. Honestly, I'm surprised he wasn't in RE. MVC 3, but I guess because RE5 was the newest game at the time.
AR Nero wasn't in an MVC game before, but I put him as a legacy character with Dante.
Yeah, because they have differences, but you could easily make them have similar movesets. So yeah, Leon Kennedy from RE4 and Lady Demetrius from Resident Evil 8. I feel like they're kind of shoo-ins for if
I'm surprised Leon's never been in, considering he's the only guy I know by name that's from Resident Evil. Like, I see people talk about him all the time. All right, let's just get him in there. Okay. And we're going to get...
have any of you guys play Onimusha?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they already were in the game.
No, only in Tokusatsu vs. Capcom. With Jin.
No Samanosuke or Jubei.
I know some people debate if the older, like any other characters from Onimusha because they have actor likenesses on their faces, so there might be some.
True, yep.
So there might be some issues, but I say bring back Jin from was it 4? I think pretty sure. Musha.
I didn't play 4.
Hey guys, what about this thing called Muscle Bomber?
Oh,
like,
Saturday Night
like
Slam,
North Star.
I mean, oh man, we don't have Hagar. I realized that.
Oh yeah, we don't have any grapplers on the Capcom side. Whoops.
You got Hagar, you got Biff Gunlock.
You know what?
Oh wait, hold on. If we don't have if we're gonna have anybody represent,
hey guys, Capcom made a Smurfs game.
Licensed.
That's still licensed.
I know, I'm making a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke,
Yeah,
obviously.
All right.
God,
Don't worry about it.
that one went over your heads.
I think we got to put Hagar in here. Rules be damned.
No, we could put Marissa.
What about Strider?
We already have Strider.
Marissa or Marin?
Oh, okay, because he didn't look like the guy I recognized.
We could have either Marissa or Marin as our Street Fighter 6
I want
rep.
Mayor of Earth Hagar.
Because you have Marissa as your big buff woman, or you could have Marin, who's our grappler. What do you guys think?
I want grappler. We need a grappler.
So we need Marin from Street Fighter 6 as our rep for that for Street Fighter 6.
Are there any face characters in Monster Hunter that we could actually do? Like, has any character carried over to a game?
There is face characters, but they're not. But they're super side character. That's why in MVCI,
is there any commanders that were in more than one game? We could just say
no.
Commander
There's no recurring characters in Monster Hunters. They're all unique characters.
Yeah, that's one thing I do hate looking back, because I could have swore there was at least carryovers.
Yeah, there you go. Mount from Street Fighter 6 as our grappler rep for Capcom.
Okay. I didn't add those other Street Fighter people.
What about UN Squadron?
Spots.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know that one, right, Vince?
Yeah, no, that's why I was making the joke. UN Squadron.
MJ Klein said second villain from Street Fighter. You mean Gil?
Gil? We already have enough Street Fighters.
Yeah, let's just bring an Area 88, guys. Let's just bring an Area.
Oh yeah,
88.
did Muteki tell us what character we're going with for
Muteki?
Wait, hold on.
Right. Remind me. Asura from Asura Ref. perfect character to fight Spyro. He has the whole 6-arm thing and everything. If you haven't played Shura's Wrath, that game's amazing. They really should just release that game already.
Yeah, I've
literally
seen
about-
Muteki. You gave me like options. I just want you to pick one.
Muteki's never gonna pick one. You know this. He's
just
gonna...
tell me one.
Oh,
just
God,
tell me
fake-
one, and I got it. I got it.
Stupid fake PNGs.
It's okay. I have the power of Photoshop with a magic eraser tool that did not work.
If you have
Toki.
here's a better image set up, so you don't have to erase and everything.
I don't want to erase this.
But yeah, that's what I remember. Here's a actual real PNG. Shura Ref is the game about an angry man that hates gods because he killed his daughter. Yeah, literally too angry to die. So it's amazing. They really should release this game. It's
it's for real.
It's like the purest. It's the purest like CyberConnect game ever.
What's Battle Circuit?
Oh, I think that's a beat 'em up. I want to say.
Is that the robot one?
Cause there's a Cybots. There's Cybots. That's a there's Cybots, but I don't think that's.
It is. It's a
yeah.
beat 'em up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like looking through their list of ideas for characters. I'm like, is there anything unique? Because I'm like, oh, this Breath of the Fire looks cool, but I don't know if that.
Oh,
this is.
Okay, Muteki said pick the red guy.
Oh my God! Why isn't there Breath of Fire? That's Sonata though.
That's another franchise. That's another franchise I really should get more into, but they just don't release those games, so I can't just get them easily.
This is a side note. It's not related. I'm not putting her on the roster, but I'm kind of mad that Street Fighter abandoned Crimson Viper for like.
She's still they mentioned her in Street Fighter 6, thankfully, so she's still around, and hopefully maybe she's gonna be in 6.
I'm like, I miss her. She was like my favorite in 4. Anyways, yeah, red guy from Sengoku Basara.
Not so bad guy. They always should call him.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Where are we at?
Yo, it's funny is one of them actually appears in Marvel vs. Capcom, the Battle Circuit peoples.
Oh, was it one of the assist characters?
Yeah, it's probably one of the assist.
Yeah, Diana Martinez, who's the yellow one.
Okay.
She's a costume for Felicia.
Mm-hmm. Here's Kamijin no Sosuke from Onimusha 3, who was in Tesla vs. Capcom. Because we really need Onimusha, right? No, I love Onimusha. I really need to get back into playing Onimusha.
Yeah, I kind of want to play this Breath of Fire now. This looks pretty rad.
No, Breath of Fire!
It's good
Breath of Fire.
RPG.
Breath of Fire is a really great RPG.
It's like, what if Dragon Quest got edgy?
That might be 11. No, that might be 12. Maybe. Whenever we get new information on that.
Okay. Where are we at in terms? Okay, so one of these is the Sengoku Basara guy, right? So we have 5 slots left. Do we have anybody from Final Fight?
Poison
Cody guy.
I think Poison. Poison's kind of the obvious one to put there.
I mean, we should Poison, right? Kaos, you got any other thoughts on Final Fight? So somebody more deserving.
I'd rather Maki because she hasn't been in anything.
You know what? Let's give it to Maki then.
Yeah, let's see, because I love Poison, but Maki really needs love.
Let's give Maki some love.
Maki Genryusai.
She's only been playable in what? NBC, the SNK,
and CVS 2, yep.
And
Is she the one with the huge forehead and baggy pants?
Alpha double.
Yeah, upper. Yeah, on PSP. Yeah.
Oh, SHJ4 Jason said we should make an Ultraman fighting game roster. Oh, that'd be even more contentious.
Oh yeah, make it.
I got this. I can literally do this for us.
Well, that's not the point. Let's do it together.
I literally can do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, we could put a Breath of Fire because there's actually Breath of Fire has one thing. Each game has not recurring characters, but the main character of Ryu and Nina are recurring characters in the franchise, but it's always different incarnations, not the same versions of those characters. So I know Nina is a very popular pick for these Capcom 4 wish list. So I'll
Did
put her
we
in
get
the
the
chat.
Sengoku Basara guy?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's get that before we forget.
I go get him. I'll put Nina. Let me put Nina in the chat. So that's gonna be our Breath of Fire
All right.
rep because I'll go get.
Anybody else low on energy? I'm crashing.
I'm not.
Why
I'm not. It just is more hard to see really think because if we think of non-returning character, I really need to think hard for
I will say,
new character.
I'm trying to figure out how to cheese my Kagar into here, but I don't know how to do it. Okay. Yeah, is there a way to cheat my Kagar into this? Do we put Street Fighter cartoon Mac Kagar in?
No, we put Don Fry in.
Here's
Don Fry in.
Just straight up Don Fry.
Yukimura.
Don Fry and
There we go.
Takayama.
Cool.
I want Don Fry.
Just want Don Fry. Doesn't even matter if it's just as Don Fry.
It has to be Don Fry Hagar since he actually did play Hagar once.
He did play in that little
Yeah.
With Yoshi Sudarso.
Yes, Darso's guy.
So okay.
Oh no. Hold on. Dead Rising, because that's a and we could.
But
not Frank. Well, not Frank.
the other guy, Chuck Green.
Yeah, Chuck Green from 2. I'll go get him.
What about that weird Nazi cop?
Who?
That's one of the psychopaths.
One of the villains of the series is a cop, but they drew her like she was like a Germanic, like old exploitation Nazi, even though she's supposed to be a Chicago or Detroit cop. It's hilarious.
I mean, that's a quick way to not get approved by Marvel.
There's no
Well, I mean, Red Skull's a Nazi.
Yeah, but he ain't in the game.
Here you go, Chuck Green from Dead Rising 2.
Why is he so? I was gonna say, why is he so green? And then you said his name.
that's just the official image.
Little on the nose there, Chuck. Why are you skin green too? 2 slots left. 2 slots left.
All right.
I feel like the chat wants Hagar. I feel bad.
All right, we'll break the rule. Hagar gets in.
All right. Give me Hagar with a shirt on just to mess with people.
Mayor.
Yeah, it's pure Mayor Hagar.
Technically, Mayor Hagar's from Street Fighter as opposed to... Right? That's how we cheated.
Yep.
It's Hagar from Street Fighter. That's how we cheated it. It's not a returning character, right?
If only I know Dragon's Dogma more, I can pick a character, but I do not know anything about Dragon's Dogma, so I can't suggest a character there. Actually, from right here, I think that game has one of those customizable character scenarios, so you don't really have. It's like a Monster Hunter scenario.
Yeah.
I think my thing with Capcom is like I know mostly their fighting games, and then also Monster Hunter, and that's it. Like that's I realize where my Capcom knowledge taps out pretty quick. Because I don't even know their beat-em-ups that well. But I do.
Well, it doesn't help that I think a lot of the beat-em-ups haven't been reprinted in years.
Outside of the beat-em-up bundle, there really hasn't been too much.
I want to include the main characters from Alien vs Predator, but that's. Can we cheat that? Because it's Disney. Can we include the Capcom Alien vs Predator characters in here?
Oh, they would let us do that probably. He's right. He's actually right. They might be able to sneak it in because of Disney and Marvel.
Because the main character, the main girl of the Alien vs Predator arcade game, Capcom loves to sneak her into games because they really like that character.
I was gonna ask that, but I thought you guys were shooting me down.
No, because they really like that character. I was gonna Saki something. I'll go look it up. But due to legal rights, they can't literally put her in, so they make like XPs of her in a bunch of games, or sneak her into backgrounds in games. So that's how much Capcom.
But because we are talking to Disney to make this dream roster happening, right? Like in our hypothetical,
I feel like that's the. It's one of those like there's one chance. If Capcom gets to talk with Disney about making this new NBC game, I get to see them asking. Yeah, Glenn Kurosawa. That's her name. She is a fan favorite for both
Why
fans
not?
and
Let's do
Capcom.
it. And when you talk about freak picks, let's pick the freak legal pick, right?
Yeah.
See, this only happened because we were also talking to the company that happens to own all this other stuff.
Yeah, Lin Kurosawa from Alien vs. Predator.
All right, and then the last character will be Mike Hagar.
Well, perfect hit in the list.
I mean, well, you can't go wrong with Hagar, right?
He's the mayor. He makes sure his city is safe.
All right, so chat, how we feeling? How we feeling about this roster?
We try to make it as diverse as we can. Well, and also we try to make it as diverse as we can. Because I feel like sometimes with fan rosters for NBC 4, sometimes they lean too much on certain aspects. Sometimes they lean too much into X-Men. Sometimes they lean too much into obscure picks. I feel like this is the best we can make in terms of making it sort of realistic, but still like not the fan roster.
I will say that
Jamie Carter is a Snowsuke from Onimusha 3. That's your Onimusha pick. There.
Yes. Only reason we don't do M. Bison MJ Klein is because we just have too many Street Fighter characters for my liking. So we just need.
That's
Hagar,
the problem
we're
with.
good. Yeah.
That's the problem. Where do you need?
It's funny, Jeremy Carr did bring up Dino
yeah,
Crisis.
could you send
Why
me
were we
Hagar?
not thinking about that?
Oh yeah.
Why the hell
Rich
were we
email.
not thinking Dino
Do you need an image of Hagar in a
Crisis?
suit?
I need an image of Hagar in a suit. How do you implement somebody from Dino Crisis into a fighting game?
I mean, we
What
see
do
with
you
the
do with
Jill.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, we see
Yeah.
how Jill, like the Resident Evil characters work, where they could summon, like the dinosaurs, I guess.
Here's a question: do we assassinate Leon and replace him with a Dino Crisis character?
No, Leon's too popular. I think in both Capcom and fans' eyes, you can't touch him in terms of like your viewers asking, "Hey, do you want the popular kid with 1,000 fans to be eliminated from obscure game from years ago?" That's a no.
So here's the question. All right, so we're putting Hagar in, right? So let's get Hagar. Let's get shirted Hagar in here because he needs to look official. Oh no, I took out half a shirt. So I think the question becomes: are we doing any last-minute substitutions? Or are we locking the roster where we're at? Because I feel like this is good, but Dino Crisis is pretty awesome. So, what do you got? I want to. What does
my
chat
knowledge of
feel?
Dino Crisis? How does chat feel?
How does chat feel about this? Guns and Melee. Regina is paired with Bruce from Resident Evil, Dead Aim, and Namco X Capcom. Yeah, that's true. So here's the thing. So okay. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let's fly the.
Like, we didn't ask for Parasite Eve. Like, we didn't go that crazy. Come on now.
No, that's Square Enix. That's Square Enix.
What do we do?
Sorry.
Lock roster. Remove someone to add Dino Crisis. And then this will be a follow-up poll as to who we kill.
I know who we have to kill if we have to bring in Dino Crisis.
Don't
Let's
say it
kill
yet. I
Green
don't
Man.
need to influence the polls that may happen later. Oh my god, it's neck and neck. This thing is like shifting back and forth.
Do we have Terry Bogard?
You can't. He's Capcom blood brother, but he's not owned by Capcom. I'd love to add Terry Bogard. Everything is telling me we should add Terry Bogard, but it's neck and neck. This poll is crazy. This poll is neck and neck. Oops, I did not mean to do that. What do you guys feel? Anybody hungry? I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Should we all order pizza?
You gonna order for me? You gonna deliver?
Do we need to ask
Mikey a side of wings?
earlier?
Maybe. Oh
Deliver from all the way from Mexico.
Exactly.
I'll mail it from here. I'm sure it'll be good by the time you get it.
Wheels just like waiting all the way up here.
Okay, poll is at 50-50. Need more votes.
Jerry, vote. Vote to add Dino Crisis.
Actually, to block roster, so I just want to get at it.
Jerry's like, I'm hungry. I just want to be done.
I love Regina, but
yeah, 18 votes, 25 people watching. You guys can just click it and make it happen. That's a straightforward Jason on spaghetti. That's awesome.
spaghetti and tomatoes.
Spaghetti Momatoes.
As Jamie Carr said, forget to like, subscribe, and share the notification button.
And click the poll. We gotta. It's too close to a tie. We need to untie it. I don't want to just go into overtime. 18 votes, 25 watching. Where are the other 7 people at? Go into the chat, click the button. I'm gonna give it one more minute. Give it one more minute.
I'm fantasy shock cowl. I'm neck and neck in this.
I know. People love their Dino Crisis, but I'm also not seeing.
Hey,
I'm not. It's like Infinity War says wild roster, but I love it, so I can't speak anymore. I'm sorry. Tired.
Maybe Capcom should remake those games or something like that.
Maybe they should.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Exactly. All right. When it clicks over to 3 minutes,
Exo Primal didn't do well for them. They're recycling back to season 1.
Oh, I forgot Exo Primal even came out.
They had no. I think there's characters, but like they're not memorable enough to be in a versus game.
Yeah. If I'm getting pizza, I'm ordering from a local place. The kind of place that puts green chili on pizza. That's how crazy we are down here. All right, ending the poll, and the roster is locked at 52% to 47% Dino Crisis.
Close, but there you go.
God damn.
Dang, that was close. All right. Here it is, guys. This is the Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Dream roster decided by the 4 of us plus the chat.
Put this in the chat. Put it in the Discord.
I will put this in the Discord. I'll export this when we're done.
If anybody gets me on Discord, tell them, hey, you should have been there.
Yeah, exactly. You could have influenced us.
Exactly.
I think this is pretty cool. I think this is what I was hoping for by doing this live, and not just like let's reveal our picks live, but like actually decide live. Because I think we had a lot of good debates on stuff. I think we got a lot of good, let's mix up the Capcom. Let's not just make it all Street Fighter and Resident Evil and stuff. Let's mix up the Marvel. Let's not make it all X-Men. Even though we could also do X-Men Children of the Atom 2 Dream roster if we wanted to.
I want to do that Bandai versus Hasbro.
Bandai versus Hasbro. That'd be fun.
I want Kellogg's.
That's another one.
Oh, here's the question, Jerry. Do we do Kellogg's versus Capcom, or is it like Breakfast versus Capcom, so we can include General Mills, so we could have the cereal monsters in there?
Oh, yes.
Who's the grappler?
The grappler is obviously Frankenberry. Have you seen that guy? Yeah. Boo Berry's just an assist because he can't touch anything.
Would the guest characters be like those like weird like combined cereals with product like Oreos or something like that?
Yeah, it'd be something weird like that. As says J4 Jason said, Injustice 3 Dream roster. I'd love to do that, considering it doesn't seem like they're ever making it.
I know, right?
This is a good time, guys. I really enjoyed this. This is like the highlight of my day.
Star Trek was, I did.
Yeah, I think that does it. You guys got any final thoughts on this?
I think we're good. I think there's
I'll send it to Capcom.
I feel like
I'll email it to them. The same email where I let Borderline win that one day.
Yeah. Just be like,
hey, it's you again. I'm like, look, I apologize. Look, here's a roster.
I think that'd be fun. This Dream roster thing was fun. I think we're gonna do more of these in the future on these light news weeks. I think this is great. You guys want to plug and call it a day?
I think we might have to do it next week, depending on how things go.
Yeah, let's see how next week goes. Maybe we'll be doing one of these, another Dream roster thing.
Follow me at Darkwell643 on YouTube and Twitter. Do art like you once you see on the trade channel. I'm not taking any commissions because I'm taking a break. But I'll let everybody know if I'm back. But you can find me at Darkwell643 on Twitter or on the Sounds Discord protocol.
I just noticed, by the way, guys, the second from the bottom row of the Marvel side is just all people that were in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
They're just easy to run. They're just good. They're just good, easy renders to grab.
Yep. Cows, what you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, stream KOF. Depending on the heat, you never know which KOF.
Yeah.
It may be 15, or it may be the one with the Deca driver. We'll see.
It's a good mix. Muteki says you can find me on Sound Streams Mondays and Tuesdays on Fighter Cast streams. This is true. Muteki follows us everywhere. It made it sound weird. Muteki's always there for us.
No, you're right.
Which is great. We appreciate it.
Weird is correct.
Anyways, we appreciate you, Muteki. Wheels, what do you want to promote? You want to plug anything?
All right, so check out Hero Club. So go to our website, hero-club.com. Follow us across social media using Hero Club for Life. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.tv, where we stream Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And other than that, we also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi. So if you want to become a member and donate to the site and help us out, become a member on Patreon or just drop donations at the Ko-fi links that we have. You can pretty much easily find them using Hero Club for Life or checking our Twitter page. And that's about it. I mean, the most recent interview we had was Bruno Patrick from Guyver 2.
Yep. And for me, this week on the channel, the copyright claim got released on my D3 video, so expect that coming this week.
All right.
Yay! Bandai didn't respond in 30 days, so it got released. Yay! So the D3 review is finally coming this week, and there'll be another video on Wednesday that should be super special fun times, so you guys will enjoy that. That is it for this stream. We'll be back next Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, doing all kinds of fun stuff, talking, chatting, having a good time. And I'm going to leave you guys with my terrible Marvel vs. Capcom 4 intro one more time as we head out. So, see you guys next week.
Capcom presents
Ready?
Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Legacy of Heroes.